Buccaneers football on RiverCountrySports.com is brought to you in part by Farm Bureau Insurance in Branford and Live Oak, by Van Carpet One in their new building on Faith Road in Lake City, by Roundtree Moore Chevrolet. You'll find them on Highway 90 East in Lake City, and by the Suwannee County School District. Now live, it's Branford Buccaneers football here on RiverCountrySports.com.
And we're here live on RiverCountrySports.com. I'm your host, Jackson Jones. Along with me here tonight is Stephen Jones. Thanks for joining us here tonight, Stephen.
Man, it is a nice, breezy night over here in Interlachen, Florida. A beautiful night for some football, but we'd have, man. It got cooled off just a little bit as the sun went down. Got a nice breeze coming through the stadium, so looking forward to just a great matchup tonight.
Yeah, thanks for joining us here tonight. Hey, we're here live on River Country Sports, so if you're tuned in and joining us, make sure to like and subscribe and go on to the channel and share with all of your friends here tonight.
Yeah, make sure you also share this to your feed, just so others that don't know. I know we're probably about an hour and a half outside of Branford tonight, so make sure you share this stream so that others can jump on and tune into the game. So I know that we've probably got a lot of Suwannee County fans. They're on a bye week for the Bulldogs this week, so we'd love for y'all to come over and join us just for some good football on a Friday night.
Tonight, your Branford Buccaneers are taking on the Interlachen Rams. Like we said, we're here in Interlachen. We're you'd say a little over an hour, about an hour and a half away from our home turf. So exciting game here tonight, live broadcasted on RiverCountrySports.com. So stick around as we join in for the national anthem and the sharing of colors.
Champion. The color guard commander and carrying the national colors is Cadet Captain Chase C. And providing security for the color guard are Rifleman First Lieutenant Keena Chambers and Corporal Angel Rodriguez. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please stand at this time, remove your hats as the Interlachen Marching Band plays our national anthem.
The Interlachen band for the sharing of the national anthem here tonight. Hey, so we're here on the season here in Interlachen tonight. The Rams entering into tonight's game, overall 2-4 over the season so far. Tell us a little bit about the Rams and who they faced this season.
Yeah, so they're actually coming off a pretty good win last week where they had a good upset, 38-18. Haven't really played any of the same teams that we have played. Looks like they'll play Bell next week, so hard to really tell based off the matchup. We didn't go through all the other teams to see what their record is so far, but they've had a couple big wins and then really some tight games so far. Really only had one big upset so far this season. But Branford coming in at 4-2 coming off a big win against Hilliard last week, just looking for that momentum to carry over into this Friday night.
Looks like senior athlete on tonight, entering tonight's game, averaging 51.3 receiving yards per game. That's senior Razir Phelps tonight for the Rams, also leading the rushing as an average of 56.5 yards per game there on the ground as well. Phelps also leading total touchdowns for the game, along with tackles on the defensive side of the ball. That's Jacob Smith, sophomore linebacker and fullback for the Rams. Look for him on the defensive side of the ball, but looks like our standout guy really on the offense and the scheme of what the Rams are trying to surround themselves is Phelps, Razir Phelps. Keep your eye on him here tonight for the Rams.
Yeah, and just like we've seen so far this season, we've had a few players for Branford. They're also coming off another big game. We had Ollie James was back last week. He hit the ground running and was able to put up some big yards on the ground. But we've got Reese Vaught continue to be a threat downfield, and really our quarterback Trent Land. We've seen him week after week. He went into last week as the number one rushing player for Branford Buccaneers at the quarterback position. But really, Ollie James kind of took back over that and was able to allow Trent to stay back in the pocket to make some of those nice passes. We've seen a lot of slants across the middle. They were really able to spread out the ball last week, which we haven't seen prior with James out.
It'll be a test of tonight's game to whether see where Coach Clark leads the Buccaneers, taking the ball to the air or leaving it on the ground. We're going to take a short break, but we'll be right back here live for all of the Branford Buccaneer action on rivercountrysports.com.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Van Carpet One. For 78 years, we've been your local family-owned and operated floor covering store, and we can't wait to serve you. Let's go check out some of the stuff we've got and say hey to the guys.
Hey guys, this is Michael Van here at Van Carpet One. Wanted to show you our huge display of carpet. Got about 1,000 rolls for you that we can order. We also keep about 100 in stock that are on clearance, so please come down and give us a visit. We appreciate it.
Come in and see the largest tile collection in North Florida. Van Carpet One has every tile you could possibly imagine. If you can't find it here, they don't make it. Guys, take a look at this. This is just some of our options in waterproof vinyl plank, where we have the largest selection anywhere around here, including over 70 pallets in stock, ready to go right now. Come in and see our fantastic selection of elegant hardwood too, followed up by fantastic service that you expect from a company like Van Carpet One.
Come on in and see us.
We can't wait to serve you. And that's a boom shakalaka.
And we're back here live on rivercountrysports.com, where we just seen your Branford Buccaneers decline to the second half. So the Interlachen Rams are going to be receiving right here starting off the first quarter.
Yeah, and this plays right into to the momentum that we've had. The last two games, we deferred to the second half, was able to be up by a pretty good margin and then get the ball right back. The past 2 weeks, we were able to score right before halftime. Let's see if that same thing happens this week.
Your officials for tonight's game joining us here on the field as we see them meet in center field. Fred Goins, Bernard Smith, Cleveland Parker, Jeff Nakamura, Steven Dixon II, and joining us up here in the box tonight to control the scoreboard, Larry Garvin. Hey, thanks again for joining us here tonight, Larry. Hey, as we see the Branford Buccaneers take the field, looking forward to seeing what the Buccaneers can continue to do as we continue to march throughout the season.
Yeah, we were able to catch just a little bit of the warm-up so far tonight, man. They are looking poised. They're looking excited. I think it could be just this nice fall cool weather that is coming in, a nice cool breeze cutting across the field. But, excited to see what these the Interlachen Rams are able to do tonight. They had the momentum coming off of a big game, so let's see if they continue that. But we're going to get to watch some action here in the next minute or two.
Your Branford Buccaneers coming into tonight's game 4-2. So far throughout the season. I mean, we've seen starting off with a tough loss to North Florida Educational. They're at home in Branford Buccaneers Stadium. Then coming back, they're still at home with a 32-7 win over Weehawken, followed up by another home win. That was 3 weeks in a row that we were home and won that game there against Bell 28-7. Went on the road there on the 12th to Oak Hall there in Gainesville. Tough loss there, came down to the wire. Tough loss of 21 21-20. Went to Lake Weir 2 weeks ago, 38-6 win over them, and another dominant win. They're at home for homecoming for the Branford Buccaneers, 37-13 over the Hilliard. As we see kicker David Lopez, number 54, look to take the stage and kick the ball off tonight for your Branford Buccaneers. Lopez entering into tonight's game, kicking off for the Branford Buccaneers as we see him approach the ball. As he kicks it deep back into the end zone, that's going to bring a touchback. And the Rams are going to start off on the 25-yard line.
Rams start the drive, but they're on 25-yard line.
Lopez, he's not only a weapon there, number 54, you see a kicker for the Branford Buccaneers, not only a weapon in the special teams unit, but we've also seen him making a lot of plays on the defensive side of the ball as well.
Yeah, he's really done a great job. That's one of the things Coach talked about in the coaches show was he really put in a lot of work in the offseason, hit the gym really hard, really gained a lot of strength. So they wanted to use that more than just for kickoffs, and he's done a great job so far.
Make sure to keep an eye on your D-line for Branford tonight, looking to put a lot of pressure on this quarterback for the Rams. As the Rams look to throw the ball there to the outside, little flat route caught there. It's going to be brought down out of bounds after a gain of 4 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 6 for your Rams.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to get this ball game started quick. Nice little pass and catch there, picking up 4 yards. And really, one thing Branford's been able to do the past couple weeks is to start off early. Really, we've seen where they were shutting down the offense 3 and out on the first drive. Really shifts the momentum our way. So let's see if we can do that same thing with the Rams tonight.
The Rams set up shop there, 2nd and 6, and he's brought down after a short gain of about a yard on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for your Interlachen Rams.
You'll notice the coaching staff, and maybe as we zoom out, you'll see them coaching staff for the Interlachen Rams dressed out in their pink for October month here, so showing their support.
As quarterback sets up for the Rams tonight.
Really nice play right there across the middle. Nice pass by the quarterback. They were able to get just a little bit of pressure on him. Defenders were all over him, able to break up the catch there. That would have been nice for about a 10 to 12-yard gain there if they would have caught that one. Was not able to come down with it.
Quarterback number 8, Ben Agayo. They're coming into tonight's game, 774 yards on the season, chopping away pretty good. He's 45 for 86 in the air. Looks about split dead even there in the air tonight. As the Interlachen Rams look to punt it away, decent punt there, going to be fled away by the Branford Buccaneers. Going to be picked up around the 35-yard line. As your Branford Buccaneers look to take the stage here in Interlachen, Florida.
Yeah, let's see if we can get the same start that we had. I mean, mission accomplished there with the defense, able to go in like they have the past several weeks and get that initial stop on the first series of defense. So able to get the ball right back to Branford tonight. So let's see what type of momentum we can get going.
Quarterback Trent Land sets up in the shotgun formation as they get the Rams defense to jump off sides. That's going to move your Buccaneers forward 5 yards and set up for a 1st and 5 on the play here tonight.
Yeah, you could tell that defense came out eager, ready to go. Was not expecting to be able to draw them off sides this early.
Tough task as the rain starts to come down on tonight. Quarterback Trent Land, we hope this doesn't affect him trying to pass the ball. This might result in the Buccaneers keeping the ball on the ground as they do right there. That's number 2 of James with the ball on the ground. Good run, able to pick up the first down. It's going to bring up first down, gain of 12 yards on the play.
And really on that one, he had one defender between him and the end zone. If he was not able to make that little leg wrap up there tackle, then it would have been 6 on the board already for the Buccaneers.
Quarterback sets up in the shotgun formation, tries to draw the Rams defense. They're offsides again. Stacked deep behind him. That's James as he looks to throw there to the outside to Smith. Smith able to make a catch and good tough run there. It's going to bring them just short of the first down. 2nd and 1 to go.
Yeah, nice catch there on the outside, and man, we keep up this type of play, we'll go right down the field pretty quick. And yeah, we're seeing the Rams all over the ball so far tonight. Just we're able to get that quick play out there, and they're not able to get in front of it.
Quarterback Land hands off there to James as James takes the ball down, able to pick up another first down, chopping away, getting about 7 or 6, 7, 8 yards there on each of the carries there already tonight.
Yeah, it's 2 big runs back to back by James. It's a total different ball game when you've got him in the backfield. He is just explosive through that line, and again, just as we seen last week, he's looking 100% so far.
As the Buccaneers set up on the 34-yard line, going in all the way in the Rams' territory. Stacked to the left side, that's number 8 of Tripp Schultz, and Schultz takes the ball. Schultz looking to gain yards as he's finally brought down. Forward progress stopped at about the 16-yard line. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 for your Branford Buccaneers.
Yeah, we were able last week. They really was able to use Schultz and some of that same type of action. And I'm not sure of the amount of yards he put up, but we've seen him time after time get those pickups. And it really makes it nice when you have all those different players that you can use and just a lot of speed in that backfield.
Split out there to the left side, and your receiving core tonight, number 0 of Reese Vaught along his left side playing the wideout formation. That's 6 of T.C. Smith as Vaught comes around to the right side, gets a block, but is still shaking around. Looking to get a push, but he's going to be brought down around the 10-yard line.
Quarterback toss, good for gain of 6 yards.
Yeah, in this drive we've already seen 4. What's that? Our 4th different weapon that we've seen. All of them picking up some major yardage to start off on this first drive.
Looks like the ball is able to, like you said, to be moved all over the place. Smith able to catch a quick throw there to the outside, as well as James able to get it up the middle, along with number 8 of Schultz and Vaught able to both pick up some good yards, putting the Buccaneers in a good position as James looks to go in for the touchdown, and he will. That's going to be James putting 6 on the board for the Bucs. Touchdown, yeah. Buccaneers.
We talked about this rain coming down, and it looks to be coming down just a little bit harder out there, and talked about us seeing Land not have to run it but make those great passes last week. But, man, with this running attack, using 4 different offensive players already on that drive, man, what do you need to pass it for when you can take it down that quick and score?
That's right. If the defensive line and the linebackers don't start adjusting something here, I mean, we might just see the Buccaneers just continue to run the ball all night long. And that sophomore kicker, Corrado, for the Buccaneers, it's up and it's good. There, that's going to give your Buccaneers 7 and the Rams 0. We're going to take a short break, but be back here live on rivercountrysports.com.
This is Jeff Mosley
And this is Lance McCray.
at Roundtree Moore Chevrolet.
Yep, Jeff likes football so much, he thinks it's a good idea to play football while he's playing golf.
We both think football is the most important sport ever made.
Yes, it is. Jeff and I both agree, and we can both agree on that since we both played football.
Yes, it is, Lance. Go get them, boys, and hope to see you down at the store.
Back here live on rivercountrysports.com, where before the break, we just seen your Branford Buccaneers come out early and score here. 7 minutes, 16 seconds left to go. Your Branford Buccaneers up 7-0 over the Interlachen Rams. As 0 of 54 of Lopez looks to kick it away. He kicked it just left again. We've seen that left side kick there twice by Lopez. Just one guy stacked back there in the backfield for the Rams receiving, but it's going to be for another touchback, setting the Rams up on the 25-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to get another opportunity to see if they can do something a little different. You know, their second touchback, bringing the ball out, getting started on the 25-yard line. So let's see if they can get something started on this drive.
You know, so it's a little tough actually to see from up here in the box the numbers on the Rams players. That silver just blending in with the blue a little too much on tonight. That may be because of the rain coming down or what, but we will continue to call their players as well. Ball handed off there to the right side, but he's stuffed by about 8 of the Branford Buccaneer defenders after a gain of about 2 yards on the play. We'll bring up 2nd down and 8. Rams set up with a stacked backfield. Ball handed off to the right side. He's going to look to break open and gain a couple yards. Looks like just stopped short of the first down.
Yeah, really, so far on the run, we haven't seen him break through the line of scrimmage, but he busted through it that time. You know, linebackers were able to jump up and stop him before the first down, but that's going to give him looks like about 2 yards to go.
Third down and 2 for the Rams.
Timeout called by the Rams.
Timeout there called by the Rams as Razir Phelps sets up in the quarterback formation tonight.
Yeah, we'd like to thank some of our sponsors during this timeout. We've got Farm Bureau Insurance with their office in Branford and in Live Oak. If you're looking for insurance, if you're just looking for a quote, looking to upgrade your policy, or just looking to shop around, be sure and give Farm Bureau Insurance a call for all of your insurance needs, with offices in Branford and in Live Oak. Also, if you haven't been by the new office on Faith Road in Lake City for Van Carpet One, be able to stop by with whatever type of flooring you're looking for, whether it's carpet, tile. The guys there at Van Carpet One can help you out. Beautiful new showroom. Stop by and check them out on Faith Road in Lake City. Also, we've got our school board sponsor tonight of Summers Home Furniture. They also, formerly known as Badcock, it is now Summers Home Furniture with their office there in Lake City. If you would stop by, whatever you need for your house, you can stop by and get it right there, Summers Home Furniture.
Quarterback Phelps runs the option tonight. He's going to keep it himself on the ground, but pick up the first down for the Rams. Pickup of about 7 yards there on the play. Good little run there by Phelps. So Phelps just looks like he's able to play all over the place. I mean, we've seen right here on the stat sheet that he's had the most receiving yards on the team so far throughout the season. But Official timeout there, water break. We're going to take a short break, but we'll be right back here live on rivercountrysports.com.
Excellence in academic and clubs. Tradition, family, future. Foundations for lifelong learning. Leadership begins here. Careers start here. Curiosity meets opportunity. Building the leaders of tomorrow. Learning begins with love. One district, every student, every day. The Suwannee County School District, my choice for high-quality education.
And we're back here live on rivercountrysports.com. Quarterback Razir Phelps, number 6 for the Rams, able to pick up the first down tonight as he sets up in the shotgun formation. A little bit of early movement there, but the ball handed off there to the right side. Short gain of about a yard on the play.
For gain of about 1 yard, second down and 9.
It's going to bring up second down and 9.
Yeah, starting to get something going on offense here. Able to spread it around a little bit, able to pick up a few extra yardage. So, on second and 9, let's see what they're able to call on this one.
To run the option there again to the left side. Going to be tossed to the outside to number 6 of Phelps. That's Phelps there lining up in the backfield. A 5-yard gain of about 5 yards on the play. It's going to bring up third down and 4.
Yeah, 3rd and 4 to go as this rain is stopping over here. With this wind, I expect it to kind of dry out everything pretty good. Let's see if that opens up these offenses a little bit. We've seen them kind of spread it around a little bit, but haven't seen them really try and go down the field much with a pass.
Quarterback look, and it's a reverse there back around the side as he looks to get a block. That's tossed to number 13 of Lawrence Sharp, freshman for the Rams. It's good for another Rams first down.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a great job so far moving the ball, and they've really thrown a lot of different stuff at this Branford defense and been able to capitalize off of it and pick up some nice yardage. That's a third first down so far on this drive.
Set up in the shotgun formation. That's quarterback DJ McKinnon, number 5 for the Rams. Stacked behind him, that's number 6 of Razir Phelps. Razir seemed to be getting most of the plays here on the offensive side of the ball so far as they look to run the option again. Quarterback of McKinnon, stuffed there by number 8 of Trip Schultz. Schultz there on the stop, wasn't allowing McKinnon to go anywhere after that hit.
Yeah, he made a nice little spin move. Wasn't nobody really around him when he did the spin move, but they were waiting there when he finished.
Second down and 5 to go for the Rams.
Yeah, Rams continue to move the ball on this one.
3.5 minutes left to go here in your first quarter as the Rams set up on second down. That's Razir Phelps in motion as Phelps looks to get another Rams first down.
Good for gain of 7 yards.
Gain of about 7 yards on the play. So it looks like it's going to be on and off rain in tonight's game.
Yeah, I tell you, their offense, even some of the wide receivers, some of the running backs are doing a great job picking up some key blocks, allowing these running backs and receivers to get out in some open space and pick up some nice yardage.
Phelps in motion there as the ball is handed off up the middle to number 4 of Brody Stevens.
Good for a gain of 7 yards. Second down and 3.
Quarterback Ben Agayo.
Yeah, it's like they picked up about 6 yards on that one. So that's going to bring them third down and about 4 to go.
Number 8 of Ben Agayo set up there in the shotgun formation, handing off there to the left side. Looks to make a move, but not able to go anywhere on the Branford Buccaneers defense.
Yeah, so this is really what we're looking for, and this is something we talked about the past couple weeks, is having several defenders in on the tackle where you can look around, and last week we would see 7, 8 orange helmets at every tackle, and we haven't seen that so far on this drive, but we did right there on that play. Several defenders there to meet him, and he had nowhere to go.
The Rams really taking a lot of time off of the clock. As we seen the Buccaneers score with just 7.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. It's down to 1.5 minutes. A couple plays have taken up to 2 minutes so far, so no hurry here by the Rams as they continue to pick up first downs.
Yeah, able to pick up another first down. Again, some key blocks opened up a big hole for him to run through, and had some guys waiting on him just a little too late on that one.
Quarterback Agayo sets up in the shotgun formation as he hands the ball there up the middle to number 4 of Brody Stevens.
Good for gain of 1 yard.
Yeah, it looks
Stevens gained for short gain of a yard there on the play. So as we started off, there is quarterback Agayo looks to throw it downfield, and it's going to just be overthrown.
Yeah, really ended up picking up some great pressure on him, and he did a great job stepping up in the pocket, able to avoid a sack, but just was able to put too much behind that pass and let his receiver just a little too much. Would have been a great opportunity to pick up a touchdown.
It's going to bring up 4th down for the Rams. 3rd down, that is, for the Rams. 3rd down and 9. Looks for the option there around the left side, able to create a little bit of space, but does he get out of bounds short? Didn't look like he tried to extend the play there.
Well, it looks like there was a flag on the field as well. Looks like he's picking it up now, actually waving it off. Might have thought there would have been a holding call from where he threw it, but picked it right back up and waved it tonight. So.
No discussion needed there in order to wave the flag off.
2 yards. 4th down now for the Rams.
Yeah, typically when they pick one up, you'll see a little discussion about their thoughts of it and wave it off, but no need for that tonight.
4th down and 6.
It's going to bring up 4th down and 6 for the Rams. Obviously, in this type of territory, they're going to go for it, but this will be a huge stop for the Bucs tonight.
Quarterback Agayo looking to lead them to another first down as the first quarter comes to a close. That's going to be the end of the first quarter right here in Interlachen, Florida. So join us right back here live for all of the second quarter action on rivercountrysports.com.
First Federal Bank is your partner in helping your business grow and assist with financial overhead. With person-to-person customer support, top-of-the-line banking services, and digital tools, your money is never out of reach and always safe. For over 60 years, we've been financing community businesses and partnering with growing franchises to provide stability and expansion opportunities. Bank with real people so you can focus on running your business.
You were there at the beginning. You stood behind me, guiding me through good times and bad. teach me lessons I wouldn't appreciate until later. Prepare me for the day when you couldn't be here. What you've given me, I'll carry wherever I go. And because of your planning, I know I'll go far.
Set your family up for life. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance. Your friends for life.
Farm Bureau Insurance, serving Florida for over 70 years. In Suwannee County, you'll find Farm Bureau in Branford and in Live Oak. In Branford on Drain Street, phone 935-1274. And in Live Oak on Dowling Avenue, call 362-1274. Real service, real people, Farm Bureau Insurance.
And we're back here live on rivercountrysports.com, where we just seen the Branford Buccaneers jumped off sides, which is going to move the Interlachen Rams forward 5 yards. Going to bring up 4th down and a yard to go for the Rams.
Yeah, I tell you, 4th and a yard versus 4th and 6 yards looks totally different.
As they spread out a empty formation.
Timeout called by the Rams.
Timeout there called by the Rams. As a guy was wondering, what are we doing there? I mean, it's 4th down, and we're about to try and get this first down. But right after this, we'll be back here live on rivercountrysports.com.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Van Carpet One. For 78 years, we've been your local family-owned and operated floor covering store, and we can't wait to serve you. Let's go check out some of the stuff we've got and say hey to the guys.
Hey guys, this is Michael Van here at Van Carpet One. Wanted to show you our huge display of carpet. Got about 1,000 rolls for you that we can order. We also keep about 100 in stock that are on clearance, so please come down and give us a visit. We appreciate it.
Come in and see the largest tile collection in North Florida. Van Carpet One has every tile you could possibly imagine. If you can't find it here, they don't make it. Guys, take a look at this. This is just some of our options in waterproof vinyl plank, where we have the largest selection anywhere around here, including over 70 pallets in stock, ready to go right now. Come in and see our fantastic selection of elegant hardwood too, followed up by fantastic service that you expect from a company like Van Carpet One.
Come on in and see us.
We can't wait to serve you. And that's a boom shakalaka.
Number 4 of Stevens, that is. Did you notice the little bit of shift that the quarterback did there as he turned to the left right before the snap? It looked like because he handed the ball off to the left. We'll keep an eye on it and see if that's something that they continue to repeat.
Yeah, so it looks like the Bucs were able to stop him. That was a 4th and 1 try. Bucs stopped him just short. We do have a player down on the field for the Rams.
Pretty cool little bit of information there. We'll see if that continues to happen as he hands the ball stacked there too deep in the backfield along with quarterback Agayo.
Yeah, and every week after the game, you can always catch the Coaches Show. So the Coaches Show is on Tuesday night right here on River Country Sports with your host, Jackson Jones. He meets up with Coach Tim Clark. They talk about the latest in Bucs football. So it's brought to you in part by Van Carpet One, Farm Bureau Insurance, the Suwannee County School District. That's the Coaches Show. So it's from 7 to 8 on Tuesday nights right here on River Country Sports.
Check that out. I kind of go over the last Friday night's game, and then we also review the upcoming Friday night's game and what we're really looking for and how the preparation's going for the Buccaneers. As quarterback Trent Land lines up, stacked behind him, that's number 2 of James. James looking to see if he can't pick up a couple more yards. We know he's been itching to play, but that bummed ankle's just been hindering him a little bit. After he's brought down after a gain of about 4 yards on the play.
Good for a gain about 4 yards, 2nd down and 6.
Going to bring up 2nd down and 6. That's James, another good carry. Their tough run. Able to pick up a couple yards.
Yeah, so let's see here. Rams offense was out on the field for close to 8 minutes a while ago. Took a lot of time off the clock. Let's see if the Bucs, they went and scored within what, 2 minutes? Had about a 2-minute drive to score the first touchdown. Let's see if they can do that same action here, and that was really with only one pass play. They were able to score that quick.
And that pass play wasn't even really one downfield, just created the extra yardage there by having a couple good blocks on the outside. Land there, able to throw it to Vaught as Vaught looks to try and get to the outside and cut back in. Vaught still trying to extend the play, but brought down after a first down. Can be brought down around the 40-yard line. Can bring up first down for your Branford Buccaneers.
Yeah, that's gonna bring us down to about the 40-yard line, 1st and 10 from the 40. Yeah, that's a great thing about Vaught, man. You just get the ball out there to him, and he is not satisfied. He's looking for that end zone every single time he's able to touch the ball.
Really trying to show the explosiveness of the Buccaneer receivers here. I mean, we've seen them just get the ball on the outside and really see what they can go do if they get the block there by your other receiver. Able to get it there of a gain and bring up first down for your Buccaneers. The ball is handed there offside. James taking it to the right side after another gain of about 6 yards on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 4. Defensive line for the Rams not able to do a whole lot with this offense for the Buccaneers so far into tonight's game.
Yeah, we haven't seen a play for a loss of yardage yet, so they've done a great job just about picking up 4 to 5 yards with each run. Each little pass play we've seen so far is picking up close to 15 yards.
Not really a ton of size there on the defensive line. Just looks like we may have the size advantage on the offensive side of the ball there against the Rams there tonight. Quarterback Land looks to take it to the air, and he goes long across the middle. A busted coverage, which is going to result in a Buccaneer touchdown. That's number 8 of Trip Schultz for the Buccaneer touchdown.
And, man, we talked about that, and what started out as kind of a wet game, we really had to pound it down the field in the first series. But, man, yeah, we sit here and just grinded it a couple times, and don't think they were expecting that pass play right across the middle with Schultz wide open.
The Bucs not trying to waste any time after just 3 minutes of having the ball there. I mean, we've already got another touchdown on the board. Good pass and catch there from Land to Schultz right up the middle. I mean, we seen him able to split it. That 2-middle play able to get another 7 points on the board after Corrado puts up the extra point for the Buccaneers. We're going to take another short break, but we'll be right back here live on rivercountrysports.com.
This is Jeff Mosley
And this is Lance McCray.
at Roundtree Moore Chevrolet.
Yep, Jeff likes football so much, he thinks it's a good idea to play football while he's playing golf.
We both think football is the most important sport ever made.
Yes, it is. Jeff and I both agree, and we can both agree on that since we both played football.
Yes, it is, Lance. Go get them, boys, and hope to see you down at the store.
And we're back here live on rivercountrysports.com, where your Branford Buccaneers just put 7 more points on the board. Connected pass there from quarterback Trent Land to number 8 of Trip Schultz there for the touchdown. As Lopez looks to kick it off there to the right side. As it's trying to be returned, they're around the right side, a little bit of space, but finally brought down around the 26-yard line.
Yeah, I was wondering, after being down by 2 touchdowns, are they just going to let this ball roll back into the end zone again? We've seen them step up, be a little bit more aggressive, go and get the ball. And great return, brings them right back out to get started on the, looks like about the 26-yard line. So good return there for the Rams.
Always appreciative of a band here tonight. I mean, good little band that we've seen so far tonight out of the Interlachen Rams. Set up on the track here tonight. Don't know if this is a track that they use for actually competitions or running, but we don't see it painted. So may have just been a practice track that they use. But that's quarterback set up as he hands off there to the left side. Nowhere to go for the Rams.
2 yards, 2nd down and 8.
That's DJ McKinnon set up for the Rams. McKinnon set up there in the shotgun formation. Along with Phelps stacked behind him, looking for the option. The option ran back up the middle, kept by McKinnon. McKinnon looked to get a couple more yards, but he's brought down after a gain of about
3rd down and 3.
Couple yards there. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 for the Rams.
Yeah, and I tell you, if they can get that option working, I mean, that's dangerous there when you got your guy on the outside. He kept it on that one and was able to run it up, pick up a nice gain there to make it 3rd and short.
On the defensive side of the ball, one guy is told to read the quarterback and the other guy is told to reach the pitch guy. I mean, so as both of those have been covered pretty well, we're going to see if the Rams continue to stick with that option try there. As they do try to keep it, but that's going to be McKinnon. He's going to pick up, I believe, a 1st down. Gain of 5 yards, able to pick up the Rams' 1st down.
Yeah, that's 2 times back-to-back, just spreading it on both sides of the field, able to pick up some nice yardage. So, he continues to do that, pitches it out one time. They may have a chance to take it down the sideline.
They really haven't seemed to try and stretch the ball all the way out to the sideline. We've seen them try and go to the outside a little bit, but we haven't seen them try a pass out here to the outside on this side of the numbers, on the sideline side of the numbers here tonight for the Rams. Quarterback McKinnon set up in the shotgun formation along with Stevens as he looks to throw it. But he's going to take off running himself. Going to be brought down.
Yeah, also a flag on the play. Looks like it may be holding. We'll see what the call is.
Legal shift there called on the offense. Just too many guys in motion there. That's a call that we've seen happen a couple weeks back on the Buccaneers, which cost them a lot of yards, actually.
Yeah, and it looks like they were, just as you were talking about, trying to get a little more aggressive there as he went to throw the ball. But one thing we've seen when they've stepped back, the Branford Buccaneer defense has been able to get some pressure on that quarterback. So not sure that we'll see them try and do a whole lot of that. And the quarterback does not have a whole lot of time to work with in the backfield.
It's tough if you're sitting there trying to throw the ball, not having a pocket around you to step up in that you can actually throw. Something that we've kind of worked on here lately with quarterback Trent Land really becoming comfortable and stepping up in the pocket and throwing the ball. As quarterback looks to spread it around, but he's going to dump it off. Almost intercepted there by number 5 of Devin Waller. Waller able to get a hand on it and block it down before it was caught by the receiver.
Yeah, that's one of those. Waller would love to have another shot at that ball as the quarterback, right there before he got sacked, just kind of threw it up into the air and would have been a great opportunity for Waller to come up with that interception.
Quarterback, a guy enters back into the game tonight. Going to see if he keeps it on the ground himself. But these past couple plays, they've tried to take it to the air, just not had a receiver that's been open. Looks to spread it down the sideline. Room there. The ball's going to be incomplete. Knocked down there.
3rd down and 15.
By number 6 of Smith.
And really, it looked from here, and even people on the sidelines thought Smith had come down with that. The ref saying, I guess the ball may have come out as he went to the ground. But I tell you, that was actually a very nice pass by the quarterback. That's really kind of one of the longest throws that we've seen. There is also a flag on the ground that we see there.
May have been a good job of keeping tight coverage there by number 7 of Jones, Arcavian Jones there. 4th-year starter for the Branford Buccaneers. Able to keep that tight coverage, but it may have been a little too much.
Flag on the play was holding called on the offense.
That would have been a holding there actually on the offense. Decline. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 15 for the Rams.
Yeah, great job by this defense to even put them in position to be able to decline that. You would love a holding call at this point of the game, but defense has done a great job holding them. 3rd down, 15 yards to go right now without the penalty.
Quarterback of Agayo set up in the shotgun formation with 4 of Stevens. to his left. As he's going to look to pass it again. He pumps, but is forced to go to the outside.
Oh.
Good pass deflection there by 6 of T.C. Smith.
What a great play by Smith. Man, I thought he had that and was going to have enough room to turn it a little bit to get the first down. But, man, Smith came diving through. I thought he was going to jump right in here in the booth upstairs with us. Man, what a great job by Smith.
Smith there able to break it up and force a... We're going to see if the Rams punt it away tonight. Looks like they will. Quarterback of Ben Agayo looking to punt the ball away for the Rams. As an extra gunner runs out on the field. Almost blocked there by number 0 of Vaught. But it's going to roll just out of bounds around the 35-yard line. That's going to give your Buccaneers another good field position. Official timeout for a water break, but while we take a break, we're going to be back here live on rivercountrysports.com.
Excellence in academic and clubs. Tradition, family, future. Foundations for lifelong learning. Leadership begins here. Careers start here. Curiosity meets opportunity. Building the leaders of tomorrow. Learning begins with love. One district, every student, every day. The Suwannee County School District, my choice for high-quality education.
And we're back here live on rivercountrysports.com. Thanks again for joining me here tonight. Actually, my ride over here to Interlachen, Florida. Stephen Jones, hey, we've been doing it all day long, but we've been right here ready. Hey, another thing we're excited for tomorrow night. I mean, we've got big games going on in college football, but we've got our actually team that we're, I guess you would say, favoriting. I mean, the Miami Hurricanes.
We're kind of a fan.
Just a little bit, I'd say. No, diehard Canes fans up here in the booth. Actually, it's cool because our whole team is Miami Hurricanes fans.
Yeah.
Something you don't find a lot up in this northern Florida area. But as the ball is handed off there to James, James looking to split it down the sideline, but nobody may be able to keep up with James. If James can get one more block, he's going to take it all the way for a Branford Buccaneer touchdown. That's the James that we know, putting 6 on the board for the Bucs.
Man, and he actually had 3 guys. You talk about the lead blocking, and you think James is fast, man. He had several Branford Buccaneers right there beside him as we had 3 defenders run over there with a great opportunity to stop him, but that incredible blocking by these Bucs tonight gave him a wide open lane to the end zone.
You seen that track speed of James, able to get it stretched out down the sideline when he started picking his knees up and turning it over there, able to put 6 more on the board for the Bucs. As kicker 20 of Corrado looks to put it away here for the extra point for the Buccaneers. Good snap, hold, and kick there. It's going to be good to put another point on that's going to give your Buccaneers 21 and the Interlachen Rams 0. We'll see you right back here live in a minute on rivercountrysports.com.
First Federal Bank is your partner in helping your business grow and assist with financial overhead. With person-to-person customer support, top-of-the-line banking services, and digital tools, your money is never out of reach and always safe. For over 60 years, we've been financing community businesses and partnering with growing franchises to provide stability and expansion opportunities. Bank with real people so you can focus on running your business.
And we're back here live on River Country Sports, where we just seen our very own number 2 of Ollie James, running back, stretch it down the sideline, putting 6 more on the board for the Bucs. Corrado able to put it up and away for another point, the extra point good there, giving your Branford Buccaneers 21 and the Interlachen Rams 0. Thanks for joining us here live on rivercountrysports.com as kicker of Lopez looks to kick it away there deep to the right side. Received and looking for a return. Little bit of space.
Ooh.
Able to make a move there, but after being juked, he wasn't going to be denied twice. That's number 28 club guy of hey, that's Carson Capella making the stop there. He's got a club on his arm because he's actually currently facing a broken hand, but that's not going to stop him as he makes a stop here.
Nah, that was a great job. And let's look to see what the call is. Yeah, it was hard to see because the ball had actually came out. Branford act like they had recovered that it was a fumble. Looks like the Rams offense is going. We did see the flag. We did see a block in the back as well on that return. So let's see where they will spot the ball at. It's going to bring them back to, it looks like around the 15-yard line, around the 14-yard line to get it started. So back in the Rams on up. Hey, so there's some games going around our area, some important games as far as Branford Buccaneers are concerned. We've got Trenton is playing Oak Hall tonight. And, man, looks like a close one. It is at the end of the first quarter at 21-14. Trenton is up over Oak Hall. So that's a great game going on with some implications, playoff implications for these Branford Buccaneers. So be interesting to see how that game turns out.
These Trenton Tigers seem to have turned it around pretty big from what we've seen out of them last year. A pretty dominant win over the Tigers last year as the toss to the outside is finally brought down after a gain of about a yard on the plate. But the Tigers, they're able to turn things around. That's an opponent that the Buccaneers went on the road to there in Oak Hall and came up with a loss 21-20, a little lower scoring game than what we've seen out of the first quarter here tonight.
Yeah, another game we want to keep our eyes on tonight is Fort White and Lafayette Hornets. So right now they're in the second quarter. Fort White is up 6-0, but we're looking for that to be a pretty tight ball game tonight. So we'll kind of keep you updated throughout the night on some of those live scores that us Branford Buccaneers are looking out for.
Both of these games would play a deciding role a little bit in the strength of schedule aspect of the Buccaneers when it comes down to the playoffs. So as we gear to the latter part of the season, we're looking to face still the Trenton team of the Tigers along with the Lafayette Hornets. Both of those teams determined. We're going to see what the final scores. We'll keep you updated right here live on rivercountrysports.com. As a couple of player changes comes in, it's going to be third down and 5 for the Rams on tonight's game. Just under 4.5 minutes left to go in your second quarter here in Interlachen, Florida. Quarterback changes continue to take place as a shot on the quarterback is taken there. What a shot.
Yeah, that was
by number 9 of Poindexter.
Yeah, that was a hard hit there. He laid there for a minute. Glad to see him get back up because that's one of those hits that you could see them go out and care for him a little bit. So that was a big hit.
Man, what a shot by Poindexter must have had. Must have had the quarterback there. His assignment, he read it correctly, able to get the pitch off before being hit by Poindexter, but just in enough time to avoid the penalty.
Yeah, that's gonna make the Rams have to punt it at fourth and looks like about 8 yards to go.
As the ball bounces off the ground, quarterback looking to punt it away. That's Schultz looking for a return, but brought down around the 52-yard line is Schultz, setting the Buccaneers up for another try to put the score up 28-0 over the Rams.
And really, this is going to be our best field position of the night so far. We're going to be starting on their 48-yard line, so not a long field to have to worry about right here with 3 minutes left in halftime. We've talked about this the past 2 games. Branford has been able to go down and score right before the half and then get the ball back in the second half. That's the same thing that we're looking for tonight with 3 minutes left on the clock. Each touchdown so far has taken less than 3 minutes for the Bucs, and they have not had this good a field position.
Bucs not wasting any time tonight. Like you said, very good field position here. 52-yard line going in for the Buccaneers. That's the 48-yard line. Sorry.
Yeah, we do see a flag back there in the backfield. Looks like they're going to call them for holding against the Bucs.
Holding called there against the Buccaneers. Going to back them up 5 and set up 1st and 15. So we actually don't see a 52-yard line here on the field tonight. If they come up with one here in the next part of the season for the Buccaneers, we'll keep you in touch. But I don't believe we're going to see that.
Probably not. They did back them up on that one though. So that's going to bring them all the way back to around the. Now you got me counting the markers here on about the 41-yard line for the Buccaneers tonight.
41-yard line. Looks like about 1st, and the ball is handed off there right up the middle to James. James not able to pick up too many yards. Short yard gain. No gain, actually, on the play. He's going to bring up 2nd down for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, really, and to have this many scores so far, we have not seen a couple weapons that the Bucs have be able to touch the ball yet so far. So it looks like they are going to. Looks like they are going to get them for a false start on that one and back them up another 5 yards.
It's going to bring up 1st and 20, about 1st and 21 for the Buccaneers. We're going to see if they take it to the air. They've got to get a bunch of yards, 4 downs to do it right here in the Rams Stadium. Quarterback Trent Land, as he looks to throw it to the outside. That's Vaught able to extend it. If nobody can catch him, Vaught's going to try and continue. That's similar to a play that we've seen last season out of Vaught. Vaught able to do it again, and if there's no flags down on the field, that's going to be Vaught putting 6 on the board for the Bucs.
Don't see any flags. Ref just signaled touchdown on the field. Man, that's where that speed just comes in dangerous. And, man, his shiftiness, he's one of those you'll see running down the sideline. And if you blink your eyes that quick, he's on the other sideline running it in for a touchdown. Great job. Exactly what we're looking for. Did not think we would have to do that from 1st and 25. But, man, great pass and catch by Trent Land and Vaught on that one.
I mean, we may have thought they tried to throw it a little bit further down the field, but that wasn't really needed. Little bubble pass, able to create space to the outside, allowing Vaught to get around the outside. Furthermore, cutting back up into the middle of the field, putting 6 on the board for the Bucs.
Yeah, and he had several defenders around him. So, kind of while we're going here, I'd like to talk about the Suwannee County School Board District. Man, they have been a big part of what we do here on River Country Sport. We're grateful for these great sponsors that make this program possible. First Federal Savings Bank has been a big part. They've been a game sponsor, one of our main overall sponsors tonight. And then Summers Home Furniture. They are our scoreboard sponsor tonight, as well as Roundtree Moore Chevrolet. They're located on Highway 90 West in Lake City. If you're looking for a good deal on a new or pre-owned vehicle, give Jeff, Lance, those guys a call. They will hook you up.
Lopez looking to kick it away for the 4th time on tonight's game. 5th time that would be, because the Buccaneers are going to get the ball after the half, as the kick's a little low but deep there, and it's going to roll back and
kick rolls into the end zone.
Going to be a touchback, almost touch there.
Yeah, he was wanting to return that, but, man, it came down, and that was kind of one of those low kicks, did not get a lot of air under it, and it took that nasty bounce. It wasn't nothing he could do, so it's gonna stop them from getting any type of return. But, we talked about the game, and all we talked a Miami fan, but who is Miami playing tomorrow night?
Miami. So they're actually playing Florida State. All right. So those.
Tomorrow night. The loss is going to help or it's going to hurt Miami Hurricanes. So looking forward to that game tomorrow night.
That loss last Friday night, actually, over Virginia. We've seen a handful of more Friday night games as the ball is completed there over the middle, able to create a little bit more space.
Quarterback pass complete, good for a game.
Slant across the middle. That's good for a 1st down
Yeah, he was actually able to pick up some nice yardage there. Great pass by the quarterback, not allowing his not making his receiver slow down, and he just hit him on the run.
That's number 13 of Lawrence Sharp on the catch there, catch and run. Good for a Rams first down. Quarterback Agayo sets up in the shotgun formation, looking to throw it there again to the outside, and it's going to be a jump ball.
Oh, what!
And it's going to be caught.
Man, hey, what a great pass and catch by the Rams there, and that ball was placed perfectly. Smith was not able to get up enough. It was thrown just over his fingertips, allowing the Ram receiver to come down with it.
Again, that's Lawrence Sharp, 2 catches in a row. A little bit of a weapon there on the outside, able to pick up a lot of yards, bringing up a first down for the Rams. First in yard line as quarterback Agayo sets up 2 good passes there in a row from the Rams quarterback Agayo to Sharp there on the outside. Agayo looks to roll out to the outside, and he's going to throw it away, but it's pass intended for receiver. There, Colton Bishop to the outside, tight end for the Rams, just not able to get to the ball in time.
Yeah, we apologize for the camera. We're checking that out. We've had a little bit of camera issues going in and out tonight. We'll continue to bring you live coverage as the game continues about to go into halftime, where we've got just right at 1 minute left on the board with the score 28 Buccaneers with the Rams 0.
As the Rams set up second down from the 33-yard line, quarterback Agayo set up in the shotgun formation, looking to throw it there, and it goes across the middle, and the ball is tipped away by number 28 of Capella. Capella almost thought he had it there for the interception.
Yeah, really from here, it looked like he had that one, and it just went right through his fingertips. They had trips out to the right, so you knew they were at this point of the game. We're going to try and go there, and our defenders were ready, just not able to come away with the interception tonight.
As the Rams set up from 3rd down and 10, trying to get the ball moving through the air a little bit more. We've seen a little bit of success out to Sharp. They're 13 for the Rams. As the guy is back again in the shotgun formation, looking to throw it across the middle, but that ball is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, and again, a lot of pressure on the quarterback as he went down right after that pass was thrown. Buccaneer linemen were all over him, not giving him enough time to really complete that pass.
Rams keeping their offense on the field. Looking to complete this 4th down and 10.
It's going to be 4th down and 10 for the Buccaneers right here on defense as they try and stop the Rams. They're going to keep the ball here. Agayo probably going to try and take it to the air again. We've seen this trips to the right side. And a lot of pressure brought there as Agayo rolls around, looks to put it up in the air, and it's caught there, tipped away by 12 of Colby Beard, but it's going to be good for a Rams touchdown.
And really, man, the quarterback was running all around. There is a flag on the field. We'll get an update on that.
We're going to see if this play is called back.
No, penalty goes against it was roughing the passer. Penalty goes against the Branford Buccaneers. That will be declined. The touchdown will hold. And, man, he had pressure all around him in the backfield. He was able to step up at the last minute before getting sacked, throw the ball. Really should have been an interception. Ends up going through Beard's. Beard actually tips the ball up a little bit, and the receiver was able to catch it in the end zone for a touchdown. We've got our time right at 50 seconds left. And, man, a couple more stops, it would have been Branford ball headed back in the other direction. Lucky throw and catch there for the Rams.
Personal foul called on Branford.
They're going to call a personal foul on Branford. They did not give us the number. As the Rams are on the field to kick the extra point. Yeah, Beard was laid on the ground for several minutes, wishing he could do that over again. I'm sure he thought he had the interception as well. Did not expect to turn around.
Believe they're going to go for the 2-point conversion here as they look to run it in.
Yeah.
And the 2-point conversion is going to be good. It's going to give your Branford Buccaneers 28 and the Rams 8.
Yeah, with that penalty, it put them right there. Looked like they were on about the 1-yard line, so too close to not to try and get that 2-point conversion. We do have a player on the field for the Rams. Looks like he was hurt on that 2-point conversion, so he is on the field now as they go out there to see if he's okay. We've had a lot of people ask us, how can we help out the Branford Buccaneers? How can we help out this program? If you have not been a part of Branford High School Quarterback Club is a community of fans and supporters of the program. This club supports the team by raising money for their travels, their equipment, their meals, and et cetera. There's a lot of people around the community of Branford that have stepped up and become a part of this program. They've also had a lot of community supporters get behind them. A lot of companies around our area have jumped in just to make this program special. If you'd like more information for this outstanding group of people, you can contact their Facebook page or you can email them at BranfordQuarterbackClub@gmail.com.
Branford, the quarterback club really does a great job there in Branford of making things special for the guys on the football team. I mean, we've seen this year the quarterback club go in to really make the locker room, a new locker room space.
Yep.
They're nice for the Buccaneers. That turned out really good. It completed right before the beginning of the season at the end of the summer there for the Buccaneers. It would just make things nice all around for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, you've seen, of course, if you haven't been to the stadium lately, man, you need to ride by there and check it out. Got a new scoreboard last year. They got a nice big pole barn that goes over it just to protect it so it'll last us for many years. A lot of great sponsors pitched in to make that whole project possible. And all that was started with our quarterback club. So we appreciate all the work that they do day in and day out to support Branford Buccaneer football. Got them taken back to the field as the Rams are going to kick off. So the penalty was actually assessed on the kickoff, so they're going to be kicking off from the 50-yard line. We'll see if they try an onside kick here, which is what we're expecting at this point, which would put them in great field position with an opportunity to score again before the half. Branford subbing out a player real quick. Make sure they got 11 guys on the field.
Another substitution for the Buccaneers. As the Rams wait to kick it away.
Going to be calling them in for an onside kick as they scrunch in around the kicker. Oh, man. So he kicks it. Ball bounces across the ground, and one of the Rams defenders there goes to jump on it, was not able to recover the ball, actually pushes it out a little bit. One of the Branford Buccaneers was able, I believe it was Tripp Schultz, was able to pick it up, and really he should have had 6 the other way. He did trip up a little bit as he picked up the ball and was not able to keep his feet under him and fell down at around the 40-yard line. So Bucks are going to get the ball back. 49 seconds left on the board for the Buccaneers.
And it kind of looked like the Buccaneers have seen that formation before just through watching it on film, that onside kick where the Rams ran all in, sent all their players into the side, but they kind of left their guy here on the outside who was able to get a hand on the ball, left him out a little bit wider, that way he could extend it out and try and make the play on the ball there. As the Buccaneers grouped in, got him real tighter, able to get the ball back here to set up first down from the 38-yard line. Quarterback Trent Land sets up again and looks to throw as he rolls out there to the right side. Land looking to extend the play.
Yeah, and really, Land, this was one of those times I thought that he may just keep the ball and try and get around. He had a lot of pressure on him, probably the most pressure we've seen in the backfield so far. He turned it out to the right side, but he did not take his eyes off from downfield. Tried to continue to pick up somebody, almost threw an interception there. Really hit the defenders almost in the hand, so that could have been a bad play. Fortunately, he was not able to come down with the ball. It does bring us down to 41 seconds left in the ball game as Branford's going to continue to drive and pick up another touchdown before halftime.
I mean, we've seen all that quarterback Land can do on the ground, so we almost wonder why he didn't just take off right there as the ball was thrown there across the middle to Vaught. Vaught able to pick up the first down. It's going to stop the clock. With 35 seconds left to go for your Buccaneers.
Going to pick up around 16 yards on the play. So great job just getting it right there across the middle, though, where we're typically at this point, you're hoping to kind of throw it on the outside to stop the clock.
Quarterback Land looks to throw again. Pass is going to be caught by.
Yes, actually, he catches it right at the line of scrimmage. It looks like we're going to be right there. No gain on the play. Actually, about a loss of a yard on the play. Looks like they are going to call a timeout with 21 seconds left on the clock, and they're trying to go down and put some more points on the board before halftime. They're not willing just to take a knee, trying to take advantage of the situation and see what we can do before halftime. But only got 21 seconds left. What's your thoughts there?
Yeah, 21 seconds. If we're up 28-8 here, I mean, we're trying to make a statement. We're moving into the later part of the season over here, halfway through now. 6 games now on the 7th game of the season. We're trying to get as high up in the playoff standings as we can. So putting as much point on the board as possible is really beneficial. So with the Buccaneers getting the ball back after half, why not go down and try and put 35 total points on the board before halftime?
Yeah, Branford Buccaneers come back out and take the field.
Quarterback Trent Land lines up there, and he's going to look to throw. A lot of pressure being brought. That's 3 plays in a row that the pressure has been brought. They're bringing the house, looks like the Rams are.
Yeah, but I tell you, this offensive line hasn't been able to do a whole lot with them. We've had 3 to 4 defenders in the backfield right after he gets the ball. So they have been all over him, not giving him an opportunity. I mean, obviously at this point, 16 seconds left, they know it's going to be a pass, and they're just sending the house to him, just hoping that he's not able to get it downfield. And with this amount of pressure, he hadn't been able to.
Putting this pressure on quarterback Trent Land has really not allowed him to make the pass that we want to see. I mean, they're bringing both middle linebackers like we see here. The ball almost tipped and caught there by the defender on the outside by the Rams.
Pass is incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Yeah, that's going to bring up 4th down. Looks like we've got about 8 yards left to go. 12 seconds on the clock. Be interesting to see what we do here. Take one more shot towards the end zone, you think, on this one? Are they going to try and go for a first down? 12 seconds on the clock. What do you think?
Well, I mean, like I said, we're trying to go for it all here, and it's put as many points on the board as possible. So this might be one. I mean, we're seeing 4 guys all the way back on the 20-yard line. I mean, they know what's coming. We know what's coming. Here, a pass right there completed to number 6 of Smith. Smith there going to be brought down after he picks up the first down. 5 seconds left to go on the game clock before halftime.
We were able to get a timeout called with 5 seconds left on the clock. As they throw it across the middle of the field, he's able to pick up a few extra yardage. It's going to bring us down to the 16-yard line with 5 seconds on the clock with your score 28 Branford Buccaneers, 8 to the Interlachen Rams.
That pressure.
This is one of those we seen last week. They're going to bring out the kicker. He's going to go for a field goal.
It's going to be
looks like around a 26-yard field goal is what he'll be going for here. Let's see. He made a 32-yard field goal last week.
With that extra 10 yards, he Vaught set up there.
Looks like the Rams are going to call a timeout.
Now we're going to see if this is going to change the play call. Not a whole lot further that you can back up in the end zone if you're the DBs for the Rams. But I mean, really, if they just stand on the goal line, I mean, that allowed, like we seen on the last play, the pass completed to Smith allowed for a lot of backed off coverage there, which allowed the Buccaneers to complete that underneath pass to Smith and pick up the yardage we need to put us on the 16-yard line.
We're headed back on the field. Kicking unit will remain on the field as they'll continue to try and see if we can get this field goal. This is something we're not used to seeing over the past several seasons. But you know, with this great kicker, I mean, he's hit the last 9-10 extra points in a row. So he's done a great job. This is actually going to bring him up. So it looks like it's going to match. It's going to be around a 33-yard field goal. Hit a 32 last week.
And it's going to move us a little bit closer.
Yeah, so he did get the kickoff, but right before that, we had offsides on the defense. Somebody got a little too antsy, ran in there a little early, tried to get around to block it. But, man, that's going to move us up and put us 5 yards closer.
Guy on the outside for the Rams tried to be the hero and block the kick, but just jumped off sides. Is going to move the Buccaneers forward even closer, getting Corrado a little better chance of making that kick here tonight.
Nobody was happier to see that guy go off sides than Corrado was. Brings him 5 yards closer, so that's going to bring it.
Snap, a hold, and a kick is going to be no good. That kick is no good by Corrado. It's going to keep your Branford Buccaneers up 28-8 over the Interlachen Rams.
Yeah, it looks like he had plenty of leg on that one. Did go a little to the left. We've got 2 seconds left on the clock before halftime as the Rams are going to go back and take the field.
I mean, we would have liked to seen probably a little better execution there. It looked like Corrado was forced to kick the ball pretty fast. I mean, a little bit of a high snap. I don't know the placement on the ball, but just a little better execution there by the kicking team in order to get that ball up fluent through the goal and get that extra 3 points going into halftime.
Yeah, it looked a little more rushed than we've seen so far in these extra points and the field goal we've seen last week.
I mean, you seen it right here, the third attempt on it right before. I mean, we seen before the timeout getting lined up, and then the flag thrown there. It's going to bring us to the end of the half.
Yeah, Rams are going to go ahead and just kneel the ball. You know, they want to come back in, kind of regroup during halftime, so see what they're able to get worked out in the locker room as they get started for the second half.
But we're going to take a short break, but we'll be right back here live on rivercountrysports.com.
You were there at the beginning. You stood behind me, guiding me through good times and bad, teaching me lessons I wouldn't appreciate until later, preparing me for the day when you couldn't be here. What you've given me, I'll carry wherever I go. And because of your planning, I know I'll go far.
Set your family up for life. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance. Your friends for life.
Farm Bureau Insurance, serving Florida for over 70 years. In Suwannee County, you'll find Farm Bureau in Branford and in Live Oak. In Branford on Drain Street, phone 935-1274. And in Live Oak on Dowling Avenue, call 362-1274. Real service, real people, Farm Bureau Insurance.
And we're back here live on River Country Sports, where we just seen here in the first half of action, your Branford Buccaneers go up 28-8 over the Interlachen Rams. A little bit about this first half. Tell us what you kind of seen and liked of so far about the Buccaneers.
Well, man, I don't think you could have played it out any better. Really, it's kind of the same as what we watched last week. I mean, they were able to come out, get an early stop, defer the ball to the second half, get an early 3-and-out on their first series, come back, scored super quick. The way that we've been able to score so quick, yet we watched the Rams keep the ball they ate up 8 minutes of the first quarter with their first possessions, or their second possession after Branford went and scored that quick. We got it right back. Next play, able to go down and score right again. So, man, if they can continue the momentum that they've had so far from the first half, it's going to make for an exciting second half.
For sure. I mean, we're going to take a break, but we'll be right back here live on rivercountrysports.com.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Van Carpet One. For 78 years, we've been your local family-owned and operated floor covering store, and we can't wait to serve you. Let's go check out some of the stuff we've got and say hey to the guys.
Hey guys, this is Michael Van here at Van Carpet One. Wanted to show you our huge display of carpet. Got about 1,000 rolls for you that we can order. We also keep about 100 in stock that are on clearance, so please come down and give us a visit. We appreciate it.
Come in and see the largest tile collection in North Florida. Van Carpet One has every tile you could possibly imagine. If you can't find it here, they don't make it. Guys, take a look at this. This is just some of our options in waterproof vinyl plank, where we have the largest selection anywhere around here, including over 70 pallets in stock, ready to go right now. Come in and see our fantastic selection of elegant hardwood too, followed up by fantastic service that you expect from a company like Van Carpet One.
Come on in and see us.
We can't wait to serve you. And that's a boom shakalaka.
We've got Coach Clark with us. How are you doing today, Coach Clark?
I'm doing great.
So how's the season been going so far? I mean, you've had a couple of different guys that have came into your program, and then many guys who have been in the program for a while. I mean, what has that kind of been looking like for you?
Some of those guys that you mentioned that have come into our program over the course of the summer months have already made an impact and shown that we've got some ability at positions to spread the football around, defensively, add a little bit of team speed to our back end. And I'm just excited about the energy that we showed on a pretty productive day one.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely good to hear. So you've also got your quarterback is going into 9th grade or going into 10th grade, correct? And then your starting running back as well is going into 9th grade. So just right there up front, the first person to touch the ball and the second person to get to touch the ball. I mean, both young guys. I mean, what have you really been able to kind of put into their head and get their mindset like that is really going to help your team without allowing the hindrance of the youth there in them?
Well, they are young guys, but they're also guys that dual rostered for us last year. They played on Thursday night and came up and played on Friday nights. And then certainly at the point in which that JV season ended, they became full-time varsity guys and got a lot of experience for us. So Trent became our starting quarterback for really the remaining third of the season last year. Started a playoff game in Hawthorne. Same thing for Ollie. He was running the football for us, playing safety for us on the road in Hawthorne round one, and he wasn't scared a bit. So these are guys that have varsity experience under their belt and have shown they can play high level ball no matter what grade they're in. So honestly, that doesn't factor into my evaluation of what they can do as players. I've already told them they need to be leaders. Even Ollie as a freshman needs to be that guy who kind of makes our offense go in terms of that spark. But at the same time, understanding that the pressure doesn't need to be too big on him. I still understand he's a freshman. He needs to have fun playing the game and develop through those natural progressions of being a varsity football player. He needs to enjoy it. I don't want to put too much on his back as a young kid, but man, I've got all the confidence in the world that I can let him tote the rock.
For sure, yeah. So you've this is what your seventh going on eighth season or eighth season here being the head coach at Brantford.
Man, I don't know. I think this is season 9 as a head coach. I don't.
Season 9.
Yeah,
So
I believe
so you've been around the Brantford program. You went to school here in Brantford and then went and furthered your football career playing collegiate level. I mean, so you've been around these guys and different groups of guys for a long time. But what really, I mean, you see guys get down all the time. I mean, what really do you think that allows them to keep their head up and keep going to 100% that you do that really helps them out there?
Well, I have to model that. I've told these guys every single day. I mean, yeah, you'd be crazy to think there aren't days that I'm a little bit down, right?
Right.
That my energy's a little bit lacking, but I try not to ever show that. So I ask them, how many times you, and this goes for all our coaches too. It's not something that I just do. I think it's inherent to the profession, but you ask how many days you see Jerry Coker have a bad day, right? And defensive line coach, how many times have you seen Coach Wiles come out here without juice, right? How many times have you seen Coach Clark come out here and just be like, man, Coach Clark's in bad mood today. I mean, we just love what we do, and if we expect energy from them and enthusiasm and all that stuff from Monday through Thursday and then translate on a Friday night, man, we got to show it too. So you're never going to see us come out to practice or to any scenario within our program where we're preparing, where we're not focused and we're not juiced up.
Right.
So
So as we've had conversations with your other players, some of your star players, and then other key parts of the team, a big remaining and kind of maintained word has been brotherhood. I mean, so I mean, even speaking to we've previously speaking with alumni that have been through the system with you here coaching. I mean, what really do you think has worked the best to develop that brotherhood? Because I know it's been on the field, off the field, I mean, and then even different activities y'all participate in with your players that doesn't include football.
well, I think that's something that a lot of coaches preach, but you have to really put in an action if the kids are going to buy into it and believe it. So, I mean, as being a player here, we're very proactive. We're very intentional about building relationships with kids and making sure that they understand that we care about the whole human being more than just the Friday night football player. And to do that, you've got to be involved in their grades and their hobbies, and you got to ask how their families are doing. You want to be there for them with the ups and downs. I tell all the kids, man, I've got you for 3, maybe 4 years, but then, man, I want to know your kids. I want to go to your wedding, like all that stuff. So, we're very intentional about that. And so I think that has produced within our program, a reputation for a close knit group. And these guys that have come in, they've all pretty much to a T said that they've heard that, and then when they come in, they reiterate that they've experienced it. And I think it's a way that we have been able here to do things year in and year out that maybe might be a little bit above our means talent wise. Because year in and year out, the talent's going to fluctuate in a small town, in a small school. But if you build that program with the foundational principles and that theme of it being rooted in something that's beyond the X's and O's, then you're always going to have a pretty good group. Have a pretty good season, and then hopefully when you're on the highs of those swings of talent, then you have something in place, a structure that can hopefully do something special.
Yes, sir, for sure. So you've been around Brantford, which is one of the smaller schools in the area, and so like opposed to like a Fort White or say Columbia High School, you've built that connection with the players and that brotherhood here within the program. That is something, do you believe that is easier, a whole lot easier to do? Like how is that maintained in a larger setting? I mean, because you may not be able to connect with every student in a larger setting like that one on one. So do you kind of feel like you've been placed in the right area to be able to do that in Brantford?
Yeah, certainly. It definitely is easier in a smaller town, in a smaller setting, like you said, and just numerically, you're able to connect with more of those kids just because the group's a little bit smaller, but I believe it's something I would try to do no matter what program I'm at, but at the next level when I was there, that was one of the biggest programs in the country. And, I felt like I learned a lot of valuable lessons from the coaching staff there, the different ones that I had about connecting with guys there. I mean, so if you can do it at that level, we can certainly do it at this level. And so we've just been intentional about that, and I think it's something that the kids, once we got it going, it's not me, it's not our coaches, it's the kids in the program keeping that going. So it's been good.
For sure, for sure. Getting all the not just your coaches that are on the same mindset of things, but having your players also buy into things that translates to things like being in the weight room and your players wanting to give 100% or being on the field and them giving that 100%, but also working while they're off of the field on their own time, which is allowing them to build and do better for the program as a whole.
Yep, 100%. There's things you can't coach, and certainly when you have kids come through that are self-starters and self-motivated like that, it makes my job a whole lot easier.
For sure, for sure. Well, thank you for joining us today, Coach Clark, on the rivercountrysports.com.
You were there at the beginning. You stood behind me, guiding me through good times and bad, teaching me lessons I wouldn't appreciate until later, preparing me for the day when you couldn't be here. What you've given me, I'll carry wherever I go. And because of your planning, I know I'll go far.
Set your family up for life. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance. Your friends for life.
Farm Bureau Insurance, serving Florida for over 70 years. In Suwannee County, you'll find Farm Bureau in Branford and in Live Oak. In Branford on Drain Street, phone 935-1274. And in Live Oak on Dowling Avenue, call 362-1274. Real service, real people, Farm Bureau Insurance.
This is Jeff Mosley
And this is Lance McCray.
at Roundtree Moore Chevrolet.
Yep, Jeff likes football so much, he thinks it's a good idea to play football while he's playing golf.
We both think football is the most important sport ever made.
Yes, it is. Jeff and I both agree, and we can both agree on that since we both played football.
Yes, it is, Lance. Go get them, boys, and hope to see you down at the store.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the 4th annual Welborn Cornbread Festival.
Mark your calendars to be there November the 1st, starting at 7:30 in the morning with a blueberry pancake breakfast. The Welborn Community Association is piling everybody up for a cornbread and chili cook-off. Come one, come all to the Welborn Country Store. Live music by the Rock Bluff Band. Toys for Tots is having a cake auction. And on the way there, make sure you stop by the Kids Corner with Pony Rides. Yeehaw! Do not forget the Just Christmas Craft Store. Santa would be disappointed in you. There's going to be tons of vendors, food trucks, and much more. It's the Welborn Community Association's 4th annual Welborn Cornbread Festival.
First Federal Bank is your partner in helping your business grow and assist with financial overhead. With person-to-person customer support, top-of-the-line banking services, and digital tools, your money is never out of reach and always safe. For over 60 years, we've been financing community businesses and partnering with growing franchises to provide stability and expansion opportunities. Bank with real people so you can focus on running your business.
Yeah, they're not back. I just put it on the camera. I'm muted.
And we're back here live on rivercountrysports.com, where we just seen your Branford Buccaneers in the first half go up on the Interlachen Rams 28-8. We're winding down halftime here. What is something we're looking forward to seeing out of your Buccaneers in the second half?
Man, really, you just continue to do what you did in the first half, and we'll be just fine. One thing about it, we know that Branford has some younger players. Also, JV just had their last game. So we've seen a few extra players that are dressed out for tonight's game. So I would really imagine, as we get into the late third quarter, fourth quarter, we'll start to see a lot of rotation. A lot of these younger guys be able to get in and to get in on some of the action, as long as we can continue to stop this Rams offense.
I mean, you want to see the Buccaneers put as many points as possible on the board, but trying out your guys and preparing some of your younger crew that you see for the Buccaneers. I mean, you see a couple extra players that this past Tuesday actually wrapped up the JV season, so a couple of those guys came up and actually dressed out and traveled with us more tonight, is why you're seeing a little bit more depth on the sideline for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, I tell you, man, even when I showed up tonight after the roster we've been looking at, I'm thinking, man, we brought a lot of players over here tonight, and just look impressive when you look at it on the field. We appreciate all of y'all being patient as we had some technical difficulties right before halftime as far as the camera. We are back good, so all of your second half action will be live that you're able to see it as well. So appreciate you guys staying with us and continuing to join us throughout this broadcast.
As we look, the Branford Buccaneers are actually going to receive the ball right here to start off the second half. We're going to see if the Buccaneers can't continue to keep putting points on the board here tonight. I mean, we've got here coming up next week for your Buccaneers.
I believe next week we will be in Trenton, and then we will have a bye week after that. Then we will have Lafayette, and then we'll finish the season at Hamilton County.
Finishing at Hamilton County, one that we've seen the other side of rivercountrysports.com there in Suwannee County. The Suwannee Bulldogs take on and able to pick up a win over them. So excited to see how that game will play out as well. But we're taking on the Trenton Tigers there next week, also away. Couple games on the road, but as we're getting ready to kick the ball off tonight.
And really, as we talk about the Trenton Tigers, so they're in a close match. We talked about earlier as they're playing Oak Hall tonight. It's halftime there. Trenton is up 28-26, so super great ball game going on right now between Trenton and Oak Hall. Yeah, it's also halftime for Fort White and Lafayette, as their score is Lafayette has 7, Fort White 6. Another close ball game going on.
Back deep tonight. I mean, the Rams try and kick an onside kick there. A little different approach to it, as we thought they may try and kick it deep, but the ball just didn't go 10 yards. Stopped just short, picked up by the Rams. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 for your Branford Buccaneers.
Yeah, and really the same as last time. We're going to get the ball on about the 48-yard line, on their 48-yard line, giving us great field position to start the second half as we go into it 28-8 with your Buccaneers.
Quarterback lines up in the shotgun formation and hands it off up the middle to James. James looking for a little space, but brought down after a gain of about 2 yards on the play.
It's like 2nd down and 7 coming up.
Going to bring up 2nd down and 7 there. Brought down by number 52 of Ashton Eddins there.
Yeah, going right back to that ground game that we've seen work so good early in the first half after we kind of went in the air that last minute of the first half.
Spreading out the receivers a little bit, the 2x2 formation stacked in the backfield is quarterback Trent Land looking to throw it there to number 8 of Schultz. Schultz trying to gain a couple more yards, but brought down. And he's going to get the first down. That's going to move the chains for the Buccaneers, bringing up 1st and 10.
Yeah, going to be a pickup of around 12 yards on the play. Great pass there across the middle to Schultz, and it's going to bring us down to the 35-yard line.
Buccaneers looking to continue to move the ball downfield as we set up in the bunch formation down here on the home side for the Rams. Smith going in motion to the right side, motion by Land. Land looking to throw. That's to Schultz. Schultz around the left side trying to get some room. Schultz going to try and go all the way. We're going to see if he was in, and he is in for the touchdown. That's the second one of the night for Schultz, putting 6 on the board for the Bucs.
Man, I tell you, what a great effort to break the goal line there. I really thought he was going to be hit and knocked out, and he leaped forward, made it in just before the pylon. Great run there. Really thought he was going to be stopped back here around about the 15-yard line. He's able to cut back out, hit that sideline, and take it and put 6 on the board.
Corrado looking to come back after the missed field goal there to put the extra point on the board for the Buccaneers. The kick is up, and it's good. The extra point is good, giving your Branford Buccaneers 35 and the Interlachen Rams 8. We'll be back here live on River Country Sports for the rest of your second half action.
First Federal Bank is your partner in helping your business grow and assist with financial overhead. With person-to-person customer support, top-of-the-line banking services, and digital tools, your money is never out of reach and always safe. For over 60 years, we've been financing community businesses and partnering with growing franchises to provide stability and expansion opportunities. Bank with real people so you can focus on running your business.
And we're back here live on rivercountrysports.com, where we just seen your Branford Buccaneers punch it in for another touchdown. Right there, pass thrown by quarterback Land, completed to 8 of Schultz. As Lopez looks to kick it off deep, picked up there as the ball is going to roll. Just rolls into the end zone in time before.
Man, I tell you, that's risky there from here. I could not tell if it rolled over, but he sat there and watched it go over the line of the end zone. Yeah, if Branford was able to get down there a little quicker, we might have called that an onside kick.
Branford almost there in time to set up the Rams almost on the 1-yard line. It would have been as the Rams set up with the trips formation to the right. Quarterback Agayo set up looking to throw. They're just overshot over the head of the receiver.
2nd down and 10.
Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Interlachen Rams. Hey, tomorrow night, notable game that we also have here for a in-state team. Your Florida Gators taking on the Texas Longhorns there in the Swamp tomorrow night. Hey, but
it's actually going to be at 3:30.
3:30 game. So right there in the Swamp, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of North Florida fans. They're going to be joining them in the Swamp. Hey, I heard quarterback DJ Lagway not able to play in the game tomorrow because of him still being in the boot. But that pass thrown out to the right side.
Oh, man, great pass by the quarterback, too. Hit him right in the hands. When he went to bring it down, looked like the ball just slipped out of his hands. And, it hadn't rained really since the first part of the first quarter. So you can't be back like Milli Vanilli and blame it on the rain tonight.
That's Riston Phelps, brother of Razir Phelps. They're not able to come down with the catch, number 2. Going to bring up 3rd down and 10 as the Rams are put in a tough situation here. Not able to get it done in the air so far. As the Buccaneers look to bring pressure on the quarterback, he's going to be brought down after a big loss by a crew of Buccaneer defenders led by number 54 of David Lopez.
And really, that's going to bring him. I thought it was going to be a safety. He did not go into the end zone. They're going to count him down at around the 4-yard line. So that was 4th down. So Branford Buccaneers the offense is going to take the field.
That's going to be 4th down.
So
this
will bring up 4th down?
It's going to put the punter for the Rams all the way back in the end zone. Back deep to receive number 0 of Vaught along with number 8 of Tripp Schultz. Schultz able to get the touchdown to put the Buccaneers up 35-8 over the Rams. As the punt is up. Good punt. There. Vaught picks it up, looking to take it down the sideline. Just goes out of bounds around the 42-yard line. A Buccaneer player a little slow to get up around the 45-yard line. Looks like slung down there late on the play.
Yeah, not able to get a number. Looks like that is number 12.
Number 12 of Colby Beard down on the field for the Buccaneers. Beard playing an important role on the offense and defensive side of the ball. Defense playing at the corner position. And we're going to take a short break, but we'll be back here live on rivercountrysports.com.
This is Jeff Mosley.
And this is Lance McCray.
At Roundtree Moore Chevrolet.
Yep. Jeff likes football so much, he thinks it's a good idea to play football while he's playing golf.
We both think football is the most important sport ever made.
Yes, it is. Jeff and I both agree, and we can both agree on that since we both played football.
Yes, it is, Lance. Go get them, boys, and hope to see you down at the store.
And we're back here live on rivercountrysports.com. Right before the break, we seen number 12 of Colby Beard, important part of the scheme that Branford has on their defensive side of the ball, going down. He's still down on the field, so we're going to wait and see. If you want to go back and see exactly what happened on that kickoff, go back and you can rewind there on rivercountrysports.com. That punt that was punted away there.
I tell you, and talking about that punt, I mean, we had they started off and around the 4-yard line, which left their punter back deep in his own end zone and really had his best punt of the night. I mean, he brought it out. The kick ended up rolling over the 50-yard line. So, and he had a ton of pressure on him. So that was a great job by their punter just to get them back in our own territory.
But if you're watching, make sure to go on and like and subscribe to the channel, along with sharing with all your friends that way they can keep up with all of the Branford Buccaneer football action right here live on rivercountrysports.com. Is the ambulance is going to come out on the field. We're going to see if Beard is going to...
It looks like he is up. He is up. He is walking on his own. That's a great sign there. Yeah, just as the ambulance was starting to come on the other side of the track. We appreciate them being here. Appreciate their support. But man, I tell you, we got a great staff in CC Clark and them on the sideline just to be able to be there and assist our guys as they go down. So glad to see him get back up and walk off the field on his own 2 feet.
Pretty cool as they train younger students. There, some ladies that go and help out with the guys on the field with water and taping and any of the assistant athletic training needs that they may have. But as quarterback Land sets up and brings Jones in motion, he's going to hand the ball off there around to the right side, almost brought down, but he's going to be able to extend it and gain some ground. Gain of about 3 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 7.
2nd down and 6.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to give him that extra yardage, which is going to bring him down to around the 40-yard line. It's going to make it 2nd and 6 to go for the Buccaneers. Down just inside 9 minutes at 8 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the third quarter with the score 35-8 Buccaneers.
Land back by himself in the shotgun formation, going to heave it down the field, and a flag is going to be thrown. Looks like for pass interference.
Flag on the play.
They're pulling on the shoulder of number 0 of Reese Vaught is the defender for the Rams. It's going to move the Buccaneers up 15 yards.
Yeah, really, he wasn't even able to make a play on the ball. If you've seen, he was all over him. Ball was kind of thrown down the middle of the field. He could not even turn and try and catch it. I believe if that pass interference didn't happen, it'd have been another 6 points on the board for the Buccaneers. But we'll take the first down and the extra 15 yards and give it another shot right after they move this ball. Going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Branford Buccaneers from the 25-yard line.
Split out. There, Land in the shotgun formation. Stacked behind him is James in the backfield. James handed the ball off the middle, and it's going to gain a couple more yards. Going to be stopped just short of the first down. Going to bring up 2nd down and 2.
Right up the middle, good for the game. 7 yards.
Little score update. Looks like Lafayette County Hornets just scored another touchdown, making that score 14-6. Lafayette over Fort White. Looks to be a good ball game there.
Land looking to throw to the outside to Jones. Jones with the catch for the touchdown, putting 6 on the board for the Bucks.
Man, what a pass by Trent Land, your quarterback, hitting Jones in the corner of the end zone. Man, I had to peek my head around the corner on that one. I thought he threw it out the back of the end zone, but he put it right on the money. Great job by Jones getting open, creating that separation to give him an opportunity to make that touchdown.
Good catch there by Jones. Also a good ball placement by quarterback Trent Land as they're able to put 6 more on the board for the Bucks. As number 20 of Corrado looks to kick it away. He's had several opportunities and been good on all the extra points for tonight as he puts another one up and in to give your Branford Buccaneers 42 and the Interlachen Rams 8. We're going to take a short break, but we will be right back here live on rivercountrysports.com.
Excellence in academic and clubs. Tradition, family, future. Foundations for lifelong learning. Leadership begins here. Careers start here. Curiosity meets opportunity. Building the leaders of tomorrow. Learning begins with love. One district, every student, every day. The Suwannee County School District, my choice for high-quality education.
And we're back here live on rivercountrysports.com, where we just seen your Branford Buccaneers put 7 more on the board as Lopez looks to kick it away here for the plenty of time for practice here tonight as the ball rolls back. It's going to be picked up. They thought it was going to go into the end zone, but he's going to be brought down around the 10-yard line. That's not going to put the Rams in very good field position.
Yeah, it's really going to be their worst field position so far of the night to start out a series, and this is not the time where you want that to happen with just little than 8 minutes left in the third quarter. Yeah, and really, man, we've seen the first quarter and second quarter seem like it flew by. You know, this clock seems to be moving a little bit slower as Branford continues to put points on the board.
This ought to give the Buccaneers a chance to really rotate some guys in and out, giving some of your guys who came up off of JV this past week a little more bit of an opportunity to get a little varsity action. That's handed off there up the middle. It's going to be brought down after a short gain on the play.
Yeah, and really the second series, we've seen the Rams come out, and they were able to do just that. They were able to run the ball up the middle, kind of spread it on the outsides a little bit, and get really 5-6 yards per play. I know, obviously, you don't have a ton of time left in the game, but you'd like to put some more points on the board. You know, they were successful doing that earlier. Let's see if they continue to try and do that tonight.
They line up with trips to the right side. Quarterback Phelps in the backfield hands the ball off the middle to Stevens. Stevens brought down again. No gain on the play. We're going to bring up third down.
Interlachen Rams would also like to thank all of our supporters of Ram.
Yeah, would like to say we have a good-looking home crowd that made the journey over to Interlachen tonight. I know they can't hear us, but we appreciate them coming and showing their support for the Branford Buccaneers. Good-looking crowd. We can't hardly hear them all the way across the field tonight, but I'm sure they're over there making some noise for the boys.
Sticking with that trips formation is the Interlachen Rams tonight, as we see running back. There's Stevens in the backfield, but the quarterback's going to keep it himself and try to extend it and actually pick up the first down, giving the Rams another opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, they created a great hole right up the middle for him. So great job him keeping it and seeing that hole and just running it down. So great pickup for them, getting them the first down.
Official timeout for water break.
Yeah, we'd like to thank some of our sponsors tonight. We've got Farm Bureau Insurance and with offices in Branford and in Live Oak. If you're looking for an insurance quote, looking to just check your insurance pricing or purchasing a new automobile or new home, give Farm Bureau Insurance a call with offices in Branford and in Live Oak. If you have not been over to off of Faith Road in Lake City, stop by and see Van Carpet One's new showroom. Beautiful new showroom. I mean, it is huge in there. They have any type of flooring need that you may have. Just stop by and check them out. If you're looking to remodel, to build a new home, stop by and see the guys at Van Carpet One in their new building on Faith Road in Lake City.
As the Rams set up here in 2-by-2 formation, but he's going to hand it off there. Good tackle there.
What a great shot. Man, he flew in there and was able to make that tackle tonight.
Loss of 2 on the play. Second down and 12.
Going to bring up second down and 12 after the loss of yards on the play. That's number 50, Wyatt Derringer on the stop. So look to throw to the outside. Able to pick up some yards there. Out of bounds just before the first down.
Steps out of bounds. That brings up third down.
Yeah, with the loss of the play earlier, he picked up 10 yards on that. So about a yard short of the first down. It's going to bring up third down and a long 1 yard to go.
Quarterback DJ McKinnon set up in the backfield, along with Brody Stevens to his right, bringing a deep motion, looking for the option, and the option is there. The option is still there. It's going to finally be brought down around the 44-yard line.
Man, great pickup. I tell you, their quarterback has taken a couple hard hits with that option and has had to pay for it, but both of them have paid off with some big pickups. A great pitch and run there on that one.
Phelps able to pick up about 20 yards there on the carry.
Yeah,
it's going to bring up first down from the 45-yard line. Quarterback McKinnon still in the backfield, looking to pass deep to the right side, right through the hands of number 11, Pilkington, for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, he was he had a great shot to try and make a play on that and come away with it, but was not able to make the catch. And really, you think about, so one thing we haven't really seen is a lot of turnovers. You know, to really be as dominant as we've been so far on the field, we've had really 3 to 4 different opportunities to get an interception and have not come away with any of them.
These stats, I mean, they're easy to pile up just until you can't catch the ball, like we've seen several times here tonight. Nice hit there.
Big run up the middle, good for a gain of 5 yards.
Gain of about 5 yards on the carry. Brought down by number 60 of Norris.
I tell you, these Rams are doing a great job running the ball, and they may not feel it tonight, but I tell you, they will feel it in the morning because your Branford Buccaneers are playing physical on the defense tonight. I mean, our defensive line and linebackers are coming up and making some hard hits. And like we talked about earlier, we've seen several orange hats on the ball at all times.
So number 4 of Stevens on the carry, still back there in the backfield. In motion, looking to the left side, receiver out in front. But is he going to come down with the catch? And he is. It's going to be called complete. It's going to be good for a Rams first down.
And really, the pass was a little low. He had to dive down and try and get his arms up underneath it. If the quarterback could have got that ball up a little bit, then it was 6 points on the board for the Rams.
Three minutes, 36 seconds left to go. We want to thank all of the fans who are still watching and joined here live on rivercountrysports.com.
Yeah, make sure you follow all Suwannee County football all season long. Like and subscribe to our channel and catch all the exciting action for the Branford Buccaneers and the Suwannee Bulldogs exclusively on rivercountrysports.com. We appreciate, as I know many of you have been looking down at that scoreboard where your score is currently 42-8, your Branford Buccaneers. We appreciate our scoreboard sponsor, Summers Home Furniture. If you're looking to revamp the house a little bit, maybe get some new furniture, I tell you, go down and see Chris and the guys there at Summers Home Furniture. They have pretty much everything that you need, from bedding to kitchen tables to recliners. Everybody's looking for a new recliner, right? Especially with games coming up, like you're going to see
somewhere
tomorrow.
to sit. Yeah, for sure.
That's right. So make sure you stop down. Tell them you appreciate them being part of the program here at rivercountrysports.com.
Hey, give them a call at 386-752-6320. That's 386-752-6320 for all of your furnishing needs. Seaver in motion there tonight, looking to throw across the middle. Almost intercepted once again.
Pass was broken up.
Pass was broken up there. Incomplete. A flag on the field. We're going to see what this call is on. It's like the penalty is going to be on the Rams. It's going to back them up.
Yeah, looks like they're going to call holding on the Rams. But I tell you, really, man, this quarterback is jumping in there, and he is throwing some strikes across the middle. Our defenders are really just doing a good job being able to get their hands on the ball, or else I believe they would have a lot more points on the board based off of the way he's been able to throw it tonight.
You just have to be there. If you're there and you put yourself in the right position in order to make the play will come eventually. We haven't seen it yet as the ball is dropped on the ground, but picked up there. A lot of pressure put on the quarterback as he makes the throw. There it's complete over to the right side to Phelps after a gain of about 12 yards.
And really, man, what a great play by the quarterback. He really had people all over him, and I really thought he was about to run out of bounds as he turns and just lobs it over a defender for completion. We do have a player down on the field for the Rams tonight. So we talked about the game tomorrow night, and I'm sure most of our listeners tonight will be tuning in at 7:30 on ABC primetime, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. What's one of the things you're looking forward to seeing in that matchup?
Well, I mean, one thing I'm looking forward to seeing is the defense off of Miami. I mean, we've seen the explosive D-line out of Ruben Bain and Hakeem Mesidor able to really just shut down each of the offensive that they played so far this season. I mean, we've seen that in the previous games, starting off their big game against Notre Dame to start off the season. But a lot of talk out of Thomas Castellanos there, the quarterback for the Seminoles. So we're going to see if the duo there, Ruben Bain and Hakeem Mesidor for the Hurricanes, can shut them down.
Yeah, I really feel like he got kind of confident, talked a lot of smack against Alabama, and everybody talked about he was able to back it up as they go and beat Alabama to start the season. But then you have a couple what we like to call cupcake games, just kind of build your ego up a little bit, but then have a tough loss in double overtime to Virginia. Really feel like FSU is going to try and bounce back. No better way to bounce back than to try and compete and beat the number 3 team in the nation in the Miami Hurricanes. I do believe that the Hurricanes are going to go up to Tallahassee with a little different view in mind. As you said, Castellanos has talked a little smack about also Carson Beck. We've seen in some interviews today and talked about having the fans rushing the field for the second time. Said he hadn't ever seen that. I don't believe that's what he's going to see tomorrow night, but can't wait to see what the outcome's going to be.
We're hoping to see a lot of the fans actually leaving the stadium early. A good time whether they're winning or losing there tomorrow night. But tune in right there on ABC and join them live at 7:30 p.m. in Tallahassee, Florida. A different formation lined up by the Rams. And there's actually going to be a flag thrown. This is the same formation that we seen when they converted the 2 points earlier after their one touchdown they have on the night. So that's actually going to be a flag on the Rams again.
Yeah, for false start, they got a little excited on that one. Like you said, totally different formation than they've had, and one player just couldn't stand it anymore and wanted to go ahead and get the play started. But that's going to back them up a little bit, and really you hate to see penalties kind of control the game, but each time they are able to go down and get some nice yardage, a penalty just kind of brings them back a little bit. So.
I mean, we've seen this earlier. This not able to convert the kick, actually, earlier, even though we were moved up 5 yards closer. But that little bit of antsiness just gets you into trouble and gets that penalty flag thrown there. But as Trips Wright is lined up here for the Rams.
We've just seen another flag, a sideline warning against the Rams, as pretty much about the whole sideline is standing on the field. Just waiting a little antsy to see what's going to happen on this. Coach is moving them back just a little bit. We'll go ahead and get this play started.
They said, hey, if we can't get it done, let us in the game to see if we can do it. Hey, your score here is 42-8 over the...
Another flag on the field.
Over the Rams.
Another false start on the offense. Man, they have got to get this together. Some costly mistakes here. It's been second down here for the Rams for about the past 2 minutes as the ball continues to move, but not by either team.
So if they don't watch out, they're going to be in their own territory, continuing to move the ball back and getting those flags drawn for that false start there. The bunch there. Ball just overthrown over the head of the receiver. That's Jeremiah Johnson for the Rams.
Yeah, that's going to bring up third down for the Rams. Third down and about 20 to go as they've got the ball back on Branford's 28-yard line.
Quarterback Agayo been in the game now for a while, but we've seen a little bit of rotation. Actually, several rotating quarterbacks, 3 different guys coming in and out, switching in and out with each other, just not really allowing to develop what you like to call that groove of a quarterback when he gets settled in and gets to moving the ball down the field. But now as Agayo's been in the game a little while, Stevens there in the back field along with him, number 4. It's going to be another delay of game called on the offense. It's going to back up the Rams 5 more yards. So as penalties start to play a role here as the clock winds, just under a minute and a half to go in the third quarter, your Branford Buccaneers up 42-8 over the Interlachen Rams. Agayo looks to throw it deep to the right side, but that's going to go up. Finally, if you chip away at it far enough, you're going to come down with it. And that's number 11 of Blake Pilkington getting it back there with the interception. Good catch there by Pilkington to come down and give Branford Buccaneers the ball back.
That's right. We've seen him lose that one earlier. We said, man, he would love to have that one back, and it's not very often, but he was able to get it back right there.
Pilkington climbing that ladder and doing some work for the Buccaneers right here late in your third quarter. We're winding it down right here as your Buccaneers are going to get the ball deep in their own territory. Quarterback Trent Land looking to lead them out right here and put 6 more points on the board for the Bucs.
Branford takes over. First and 10.
Quarterback Land brings Smith in motion, but the ball's going to be thrown there to the side, and Vaught's going to continue to get it. Is Vaught going to get around to the outside? Vaught's going to be all the way down to the 42-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
Man, he had one more guy to beat and just did not have enough gas left in the tank to turn that corner there. He was able to get a hand on him, push him out of bounds. But, man, what a great move across the middle of this field. I think I seen a little Michael Jackson moonwalk in the middle as he was turning around, trying to pick up some extra yardage.
That little high step trying to get him around the corner as he just wasn't able to beat the defender, but a pickup of about almost 60 yards there on the play. Good catch there by Vaught, able to turn it up the field, cut across there, and bring us all the way down to the 42-yard line. Quarterback Trent Land sets up and tosses out to the outside to James. James looking to pick up yards himself as he looks to go all the way. James is, if there's not on the play, James is going to put 6 more points on the board for the Bucs.
Yeah, it looks like James was a little tired of watching Vault do all of that run, and he wanted to take part of it as he takes it to the house on that one.
What an explosive play by James. That's the second time we've seen him able to break through the defense of the Rams and go all the way down the field for a touchdown.
Well, so you figure we started with this series on the 2-yard line, so went 98 yards in 2 plays. What a great way to keep this third quarter going for the Buccaneers as we wind down with 30 seconds left on the clock.
Clock winds as kicker of Corrado. As there's it's like a time on the field.
Looks like there's a player down over on the other side of the field in the end zone. Not sure what happened there. Just kind of fell down as they were getting ready to kick the ball. Got another update in the third quarter going on in the game between Lafayette and Fort White. Lafayette continues to score with your score 27-14. Your Hornets.
That's honestly what we'd say a little bit surprising. The Lafayette Hornets able to take down the Swanee Bulldogs earlier on in the season, and looks like they're on the way to beating the Fort White Indians here as they wind it down in the third quarter.
Yeah, got a great season going. Looking forward to that game, and that game's actually going to be at home this year in Branford. So looking forward to that matchup as we continue to handle business here in Interlachen.
Lafayette
player is able to get up and walk off the field. Glad to see that tonight.
Lafayette getting it done there on their home turf. They're over there in Lafayette County putting points on the board.
Yeah, looks like a game just finished up over in Chiefland. The Chiefland Indians were playing the Dixie County Bears. Actually, they won 63-8. Chiefland Indians.
Corrado lines up to kick the extra point. That's J.C. Corrado, sophomore. The kick is up, and it's good.
It's good. 22 seconds remaining.
He's 7 for 7 tonight on extra points.
Looks like that is going to bring us to the end of the third quarter.
We're going to take a short break, but we will be right back here live for all the fourth quarter action on rivercountrysports.com.
You were there at the beginning. You stood behind me, guiding me through good times and bad, teaching me lessons I wouldn't appreciate until later, preparing me for the day when you couldn't be here. What you've given me, I'll carry wherever I go. And because of your planning, I know I'll go far.
Set your family up for life. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance. Your friends for life.
Farm Bureau Insurance, serving Florida for over 70 years. In Suwannee County, you'll find Farm Bureau in Branford and in Live Oak. In Branford on Drain Street, phone 935-1274. And in Live Oak on Dowling Avenue, call 362-1274. Real service, real people, Farm Bureau.
And we're back here live. As you see, the kick returner for the Rams returning it all the way back for a Interlachen touchdown.
And the ball was kicked off. Another deep kick. He caught it inside the 10-yard line, bobbled it a little bit, had to pick it up off the ground, and not sure if Branford knew what was happening as he ran it straight up the middle and took it to the house for 6 points.
Speaking of 6, that was number 6 of Razier Phelps, senior, leading rusher and receiving yards holder for the Rams. Taking it back all the way, putting 6 on the board. Don't know if they just like to go for 2 points every time or what that might be, but they set up in that same formation. There's a flag thrown.
Illegal substitution on the offense.
It's going to be an illegal substitution there on the Rams.
5-yard penalty on the try.
Going to back him up 5 yards. As they look to run it around to the left side, can they get a little bit of space and turn it up? And it's going to be no good. The 2-point try, which was bagged up, is going to be no good. That brings your Branford Buccaneers up 49 over the Interlachen Rams 14 on rivercountrysports.com.
It's rodeo time in Live Oak, the 5th annual Suwannee River Roundup Pro Rodeo, October 17th and 18th at the Bob Holmes Covered Arena at the fairground. Bull riding, bronc riding, barrel racing, roping, steer wrestling. Tickets at the gate, adults just $10, 12 and under $5. The Suwannee River Roundup Pro Rodeo, presented by Pilgrims and sponsored by Visit Suwannee County. Friday and Saturday, October 17th and 18th, live streamed on the 18th at rivercountrysports.com. Don't miss the rodeo. For more, visit SuwanneeParks.com.
And we're back here live on River Country Sports, where we just seen a return from the Interlachen Rams go all the way back for a touchdown, cutting your lead a little bit. Now 49-14 over the Rams. Back deep in the back to receive is number 7 of Jones, along with 0 of Vaught. We're going to see if they try another onside kick here.
Really, it looks like Branford's kind of setting up for it, expecting it to be an onside kick.
That is going to be an onside kick there.
Yeah, they had a couple. The past 2 were held a little short. He was going to make sure that one was not left short as he put his foot behind that one. Yeah, another game we hadn't talked about tonight, another team handling business, is over in Columbia County. The Tigers are playing the Manatee Hurricanes. Could be the only time the Hurricanes lose this weekend. Where Columbia's up 35-0, shutting them out at Tiger Stadium tonight. So Branford's going to get the ball on the, looks like the 48-yard line to start this possession, as we are just right at 7 minutes left in this ball game.
Your Branford Buccaneers looking to set up on the 49-yard line. Toss to the left there to Smith. Smith around the left side, not wasting any time as he's going to go all the way for a Branford Buccaneer touchdown. That's Smith putting 6 on the board for the Bucks.
Branford touchdown.
Man, first play, and he was wide open from the time they flipped it to him.
There's actually going to be a flag thrown on the play. This may be because of excessive celebration. But, man, you set up and get a 50-yard touchdown run yourself. What are you going to want to do? Celebrate a little bit.
Celebrate good times.
Good times over here in Interlachen, Florida.
Nice, cool night. This has definitely been the coolest night that we've had so far as a breeze. Man, it's been a nice night over here so far. Nice, cool night.
That is going to be called unsportsmanlike conduct for the excessive celebration. There, that penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. Just under 6 minutes left to go here in your fourth quarter. As Corrado looks to kick his 8th extra point of the night. Kick is up. And it's good.
And he has remained perfect tonight, making all 8 extra points.
It's going to give your Branford Buccaneers 56 and the Interlachen Rams 14.
Hey, if you've enjoyed this action, then don't miss this Tuesday night. Don't miss our Coaches Show, where the Coaches Show will take place every Tuesday night right here on River Country Sports. You can join your host, Jackson Jones, and Coach Tim Clark as they discuss the latest in Branford football. They'll discuss this game. They'll look forward to what us going over to Trenton next week, talk about that matchup, but just bringing you a good time and overview as well as some player spotlights throughout the night. So that'll be the Coaches Show from 7 to 8 p.m. on Tuesday right here at rivercountrysports.com.
Make sure to go on and like and subscribe to the channel. Many of you guys are going on and sharing with your friends as well. That way they can keep up with all of the Branford Buccaneer action.
Also, we've had a lot of people reach out as you see, this great broadcast with the live commercials coming on throughout the game. A lot of people have asked, how do I become and advertise with River Country Sports? We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to have you be a part of this program. You can contact us at area code 386-209-4439. Reach out to any of our staff or send us an email at rivercountrysports@gmail.com. You can also reach out through this Facebook page. Click there. We'll respond back to it. We thank you for your support, and go Bucks.
As that ball was kicked on the ground there. Good return. It's going to bring up your Rams to the 46-yard line. Just about 4.5 minutes left to go here in your fourth quarter as the Bucks continue to make substitutions there. Play made, and a flag's going to be thrown just already out of bounds and continuing to tackle him. That's on number 13 for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, also a tight game going on tonight over in Madison County. Madison County Cowboys are playing the Pace Patriots, where Pace is up late in the fourth quarter, 13-12 over Madison. Great ball game going on there.
I believe Pace is a 6A school, correct?
They are.
Yeah, so that's crazy for a rural 1A team in Madison County to be playing that 6A team of Pace.
And still hanging with them within 1 point. Still got some time left on the clock.
The ball's handed off there, but he's got nowhere to go with number 52 of Mason Humphreys met him in the hole. for the stop and loss of yards. Loss of 2 yards there is going to bring up 2nd down and 12.
Also, a game we did not mention, Hamilton County Trojans were playing PK Young, the Blue Wave, and Hamilton was able to take care of business 58-14, as that is your final score tonight.
The ball is extended there around the left side. Clock stopped as number 5 steps out of bounds. DJ McKinnon.
Steps out of bounds after a gain of about 7 on the play.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
3rd down.
It's 3rd down right here in Interlachen, Florida.
5-yard line.
Be brought down all the way to the 35-yard line going in. The Rams starting to be able to pick up pace and move the ball down the field a little bit here on the Buccaneers. Quarterback lines up there in the backfield, and it's going to be a pass. A pass there, just didn't see him.
Oh.
Just not looking for him. That's going to be good for a Rams touchdown.
And really, the defender did not even turn around. Look, really could have been a interception. Did not turn around to look for the ball. Receiver was able just to go up and catch it right over top of him. Was not able to make the tackle either. He came down and made a couple steps into the end zone for 6 more points.
That's perfect if you're the receiver and your defender just stands there looking at you while you can go up and catch the ball right on his head.
Yeah, and really, I mean, we haven't seen anything like that. Kudos to them tonight for mixing it up. And, at this point, you want to leave with as many points on the board.
To line up for the 2-point conversion. They're going to try and pass it again, but it's going to be brought down by Tripp Schultz. They said if they can't do it, I'll go do it myself.
Yeah, they were actually running the same exact play. Did not work so well that time as Branford seen it.
That's going to give your Branford Buccaneers 56 and the Interlachen Rams 20. Be back right here live for the last minute of the action on rivercountrysports.com.
First Federal Bank is your partner in helping your business grow and assist with financial overhead. With person-to-person customer support, top-of-the-line banking services, and digital tools, your money is never out of reach and always safe. For over 60 years, we've been financing community businesses and partnering with growing franchises to provide stability and expansion opportunities. Bank with real people so you can focus on running your business.
And we're back here live on rivercountrysports.com, where we just seen the Interlachen Rams go put another score on the board here late into the 4th quarter as the clock continues to wind down. Just under 30 seconds left to go.
As the Rams wasn't the only one scoring, Madison County Cowboys just scored another touchdown to go up on the pace. Patriots 18-13 in Madison County.
Madison trying to make a run after they come off of a state championship, a rural state championship here as they kick it off. The Rams kick it off, the onside kick. And that's going to be your game. After that kick, your Branford Buccaneers take the win over the Interlachen Rams 56-20. We'll be right back here live to wrap up the game on rivercountrysports.com.
This is Jeff Mosley.
And this is Lance McCray.
At Roundtree Moore Chevrolet.
Yep, Jeff likes football so much, he thinks it's a good idea to play football while he's playing golf.
We both think football is the most important sport ever made.
Yes, it is. Jeff and I both agree, and we can both agree on that since we both played football.
Yes, it is, Lance. Go get them, boys, and hope to see you down at the store.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Van Carpet One. For 78 years, we've been your local family-owned and operated floor covering store, and we can't wait to serve you. Let's go check out some of the stuff we've got and say hey to the guys.
Hey guys, this is Michael Van here at Van Carpet One. Wanted to show you our huge display of carpet. Got about 1,000 rolls for you that we can order. We also keep about 100 in stock that are on clearance, so please come down and give us a visit. We appreciate it.
Come in and see the largest tile collection in North Florida. Van Carpet One has every tile you could possibly imagine. If you can't find it here, they don't make it. Guys, take a look at this. This is just some of our options in waterproof vinyl plank, where we have the largest selection anywhere around here, including over 70 pallets in stock, ready to go right now. Come in and see our fantastic selection of elegant hardwood too, followed up by fantastic service that you expect from a company like Van Carpet One.
Come on in and see us.
We can't wait to serve you. And that's a boom shakalaka.
First Federal Bank is your partner in helping your business grow and assist with financial overhead. With person-to-person customer support, top-of-the-line banking services, and digital tools, your money is never out of reach and always safe. For over 60 years, we've been financing community businesses and partnering with growing franchises to provide stability and expansion opportunities. Bank with real people so you can focus on running your business.
Excellence in academic and clubs. Tradition, family, future. Foundations for lifelong learning. Leadership begins here. Careers start here. Curiosity meets opportunity. Building the leaders of tomorrow. Learning begins with love. One district, every student, every day. The Suwannee County School District, my choice for high-quality education.
And we're back here live on rivercountrysports.com, where we just seen your Branford Buccaneers travel over to Interlachen, Florida, and take on the Rams here tonight. Dominant win 56-20 over the Rams. Tell us a little bit about tonight's game and what your thoughts of it were.
They dominated the whole game, but really the storyline has been these explosive plays. You had James had several explosive runs, and then Vault had
two of them being for a touchdown.
Two of them for a touchdown. Vault had just several massive plays, and then to kind of finish it out, going 98 yards on 2 play to score another touchdown. This late in the game, still continuing to fight that hard, was a great job. Defense did a good job. Really, when you look at the scoreboard and see those 20 points on the board, really, we could argue to say they shouldn't have scored tonight. There were a couple busted plays. We seen the last touchdown right here before the end of the game, kind of a trick play that worked out, and we wasn't ready for it. And then the bobbled kick return, able to run it 98 yards right up the middle of the field. He wasn't juking, wasn't shaking nobody, just ran it straight to the house. A couple of those things, you can't allow just to look aside and allow those plays to happen. Really, with this dominant performance, you'd like to have seen a couple of those not happen tonight.
Yeah, so a couple different things on defense, which allowed them to score those 3 times. We didn't see the kicking team come out to kick an extra point there tonight for the Rams. But we're going to take another short break, but we'll be back here to wrap up the show on rivercountrysports.com.
You were there at the beginning. You stood behind me, guiding me through good times and bad, teaching me lessons I wouldn't appreciate until later, preparing me for the day when you couldn't be here. What you've given me, I'll carry wherever I go. And because of your planning, I know I'll go far.
Set your family up for life. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance. Your friends for life.
Farm Bureau Insurance, serving Florida for over 70 years. In Suwannee County, you'll find Farm Bureau in Branford and in Live Oak. In Branford on Drain Street, phone 935-1274. And in Live Oak on Dowling Avenue, call 362-1274. Real service, real people, Farm Bureau Insurance.
This is Jeff Mosley.
And this is Lance McCray.
At Roundtree Moore Chevrolet.
Yep. Jeff likes football so much, he thinks it's a good idea to play football while he's playing golf.
We both think football is the most important sport ever made.
Yes, it is. Jeff and I both agree, and we can both agree on that since we both played football.
Yes, it is, Lance. Go get them, boys, and hope to see you down at the store.
From the heart of Suwannee County, it's River Country Sports, your exclusive home for local high school sports, live events, and all the hometown action you care about. Catch every touchdown, buzzer beater, and big play, streaming live and on demand at rivercountrysports.com. Proudly supporting all of Suwannee County. This is River Country Sports, your teams, your town, your stream.
And we're back here live on River Country Sports, where we just seen, once again, your Branford Buccaneers take down the Interlachen Rams. We traveled over here tonight to see a good matchup, but able to take down the Rams 56-20 on tonight's game. But make sure to tune in Tuesday night to the Coaches Show, where myself and Coach Clark will sit down and go over this game, actually, and then this upcoming Friday night's game that will be on the road again against the Trenton Tigers. So make sure to join us right there Tuesday night from 7 to 8 p.m. where I'll be sitting down with him. But we're going to go on here and like and subscribe to the channel and share with all of your friends. But I wanted to thank my streaming producer tonight, Rivers Martinez, for always sticking around and getting all of the technical difficulties figured out for us, along with Summers Home Furniture, the scoreboard sponsor of tonight's game, and my camera operator, Anthony Woosley. Once again, we're here live on River Country Sports, and we'll see you right here next time. I'm your host, Jackson Jones. Thanks for joining us tonight, Stephen Jones.
Hey, what a great night here in Interlachen, Florida. Another great job by our Branford Buccaneers.
Hey, we'll see you right here next time live on rivercountrysports.com.